Hello and welcome to the Link Up Show with myself, Charlene Smith, and Doug Star.
We come on.
Woo, woo,
We say, yeah, boy, let's go.
Yeah, we are here for match day 23 in the Premier League, and we're here to preview all the Premier League fixtures for this weekend and look over our predictions for last weekend to find out who's got a forfeit.
Yeah, you know what? No one's actually done their forfeit in recent times. I swear I won last week, didn't I? Or did
Yes.
You?
So you got to give me a forfeit.
What did you have to do?
Well, nothing, because you had to shoot off for work.
Oh, we did get all right. We'll sort that out this week. We'll let the people them decide. You get me?
Exactly. So you can allocate a forfeit to me. And Doug, like, you are actually taking the mic now. I mean, what is going on? You still ain't done your forfeit.
I know. I've had so much going on though, so I've not actually had the chance to, but it will happen. And I found the barbers. I know who can do it. It's just a case of getting it done.
Darling, you need a hairdresser, not a barber.
Yeah, no, but it's the barbers that do it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's barbers that do it. The hairdressers. But if it was just getting a wig, I suppose I could wear a wig for the show for a week, innit? Like, for one of the weeks. You get me? I might have to run that and just put it on. I'll look like Eazy-E with the curly perm. Yeah.
You gotta have it on for a week, remember?
Yeah. Run that for a week. Imagine going gym with the wig on and all of that.
Can you imagine? Oh, mate, could you just put my hair in a bun for me, please?
Yeah, bro. Could you just tie this back? Could you spot my locks for me? While I just run this guy.
This is gonna be jokes. You know what? Yeah. All right. I'm telling you now. You need to do this forfeit next week. You got a deadline.
Week?
Yes.
All right.
But by next week, we want to see that.
I'll find one. We'll get it done. To be fair, you did take 2 months doing the ice bucket challenge, so
I know. So that's why I can't even go in on you.
About 3 months. So I think I'm in like the 8-week bracket around. I got another 3 to 4 weeks to get it done.
No, Doug, you got 1 week. Time's running out, homie.
Yeah.
Oh, big up everyone who's joining us as well. Now, Shoke was here first thing, boy.
Straight in the Shoke. Yo, what going on, Shoke?
In it, big up. I love
I see Shoke was talking about.
Chelsea
about the Super League ruining football. You know, I said that's rich coming from a Chelsea man. You know,
I like your comment, Doug. I saw that.
Yeah, Shoke's got a damn cheek. Man was upset as well. You know. You see it, man was really upset. Man was like, I was like, rah! Damn cheap. Did your team just spend $500 million, bro, in one transfer window, and you're upset about the Super League?
Talk about knocking a man when he's down.
But we can talk about the Super League today, though. We can delve into that.
Exactly, we'll definitely come on to that. Big up Rennie B as well, asking how we are. All good, thank you.
I'm on Rennie.
How are you? Big up E-Man. What? E-Man Drums is back. We ain't seen you for a while.
Yeah. Well, E-Man's has been missing, innit?
He's been doing amazing things as well, you know, drumming with some big artists. So big up to you, Ren.
Come on, my Jeezy.
Everyone doing things. It's Tete time for tomorrow.
What's going on tomorrow?
Who's Leicester got? Leicester have Tottenham. Leicester v Tottenham tomorrow.
Are they home?
Yeah, Leicester's at home.
I can't lie. I feel like Tottenham might roll them over still. Sorry, Rennie.
Mate, what? Because of what they done to Man City the other day?
I don't know, but that's the thing. Tottenham will go and beat Man City, then go and lose to Leicester, innit? Especially if they're away from home. But even at home, Tottenham ain't great at home. Do you know what I mean? So
exactly. You never know. Big up to Tyrone Stevens saying, hey, Char and Doug. Big up to you,
big up to you saying,
come on, you gunners.
I know, Brentford. Is it a 3 o'clock kickoff tomorrow, yeah?
Yeah, it is.
Thank God.
Charlene has to dance to her favourite song.
Yeah, Shoke, I agree.
Oh, mate. If you want to see me dance, go on my Instagram.
Yeah. It's a post
fuck off your back.
Yeah, no, Char has to dance to something. We have to, you know what? You have to like edit it in one of the videos. Like when you post this up, you have to kind of like edit in the dance clip to say that you did it. Do you get what I mean?
Oh, all right. So are you not going to give me a song or something?
But this is easy for you. This ain't even a forfeit because you just do this normally anyway. So I don't think it's fair, like, to be honest.
Well, to be fair, it's not every single day that I dance.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair. Like, I feel like we should give you a forfeit, like run 26 miles in 2 hours or something like that. Like something that's real grueling, that you'll push your boundaries. You get me? Like, because I know you're a fitness head, innit? So we need to give you something like 100 burpees in like 5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Is that even? I don't know. Is that achievable? I don't even know. Is that even?
I mean,
You must really do that. Is that achievable? I don't know.
so I could do 20 in full. I probably could do about 20 in about 45 seconds.
Okay, no. So 145 seconds.
I mean, I could try it. 100 burpees.
4 minutes.
Well, I mean, I could do 5 burpees in 45 seconds.
I can do 5 in 45 seconds. If I can do 5 in 45 seconds, you can maybe do 50. But we'll work on it. As the show goes on, we'll jot down a few ideas and come up with something towards the end. I feel like I don't want to go too mad on you because I feel like I'm gonna lose this week. So I just want to just be easy. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you don't want something tough.
Yeah. I don't want to get too deep in it, and then I've got to do. Someone says something like, "Doug, run 100 meters under 15 seconds or something, something like that." Man, you know what I'm saying?
And then hold a plank for 5 minutes to top it off.
Yeah. Or something. Oh yeah, could you imagine?
Yeah.
Right, when I was boxing, I used to do bare planks and that, and it was like grueling, but I kind of got through it. But it was hard work, man. The core work was the hardest part.
Yeah. When are you getting back to your boxing, Doug?
I don't know. You know what? Yeah, I need to because not all the hard work I put in, I've kind of lost it. But it's like so much has been going on. I've not been able to get back into the training as much as I wanted to. But I think I was training so hard. So when I literally done the fight, like you're climbing, and you kind of like peak in it. Like, do you get what I mean? And I just needed time off. But I feel like I've had enough time off to the point where when you take too much time out, it becomes like now. It's hard to get going again, so
yeah,
I just need to get back in it. I think once I go back once, I'll be all right.
Swing of it again, like
get the feel for it, and you know what I mean, back in my rhythm again.
Exactly. What you got to do, Doug, you just got to think about, all right, well, when I finish training, how do I feel? You just have them endorphins running.
Yeah, just buzzing.
Just think about that every single time when you're like, I ain't got time today. Even if you do 15 minutes, something's better than nothing.
Yeah, that's it, man. Something's better. But I've started back in the gym though, so I have been training. I went and did a train with Miz, big up Miz Jungle. Yeah, I went and did a session with him. So that was sick. So yeah, man. Hopefully me and him are gonna start training together. So that should be sick.
Oh, brilliant. Well, we're looking forward to seeing your progress.
Yeah, because he's a strong man. He does strongman stuff. So them man are lifting boulders and pulling trucks and all of that. So it'll be interesting.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it'll be interesting to like train with him because obviously their style of training is different. Do you get what I mean?
Exactly. Rennie's suggesting that you'd be fighting with KSI. I mean, how does that sound for you?
KSI don't want it, fam. The man see that. No, I'm joking. Yeah, no. Wait, what they better did. Still, KSI's team. They're proper, man. Training hard as well. You gotta give it to them,
100%. Listen, everything's possible as well, Doug. So
straight.
Don't underestimate yourself.
Nuh-uh.
Big up to Demo saying big up Char and Doug.
Come on, D.
Duo. You know the vibes.
You know the vibes, B. Come on, D.
Innit? Oh, look who we have here. Harry Kane.
I'm sadly back after. I know, because Harry had all the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Harry had all the chat, mate. And then he's got his tail between his legs. But listen, at the end of the day, I don't know. I knew it was always going to be a hard game, but yeah, we really dominated them. But I think it just shows how much like Tottenham are lacking. But I don't know, Tottenham's a funny one on their day. They can beat anyone, like they beat City, but then they have moments when they just don't turn up.
Exactly. And they didn't even have their manager because he was away in it after his operation.
Yeah. Was that was for the City game? Yeah.
So there you go. I mean, Kane is back with the chat. Leicester are light work.
Yeah, see.
Lenny, what you say into that?
This is what I'm saying. No one's really respecting Leicester this season. Like Leicester was the team when they were flying. Like Brendan had them playing football, and you'd be like, oh, they even beat us a few times. Do you get what I mean? Like they could on their day they could do you over, but right now no one's really fearing them.
I know,
they haven't got that bite anymore.
Yeah, obviously they had Schmeichel in goal, then they had Vardy, they had Barnes, Maddison, Tielemans. Like they were looking like a proper threat, but now,
yeah, it's all kind of no investment, you know.
Opposite, exactly. Rennie B is saying, "What is your thoughts on the Super League? Should we get talking about that?"
Yeah, go on, yeah, set it off, man.
I mean, obviously that all came up, last year and everything when, they wanted to introduce the Super League. I actually done a documentary for the BBC giving my views and my verdicts on the Super League. And it sort of died down a bit and it seems to be flaring back up again. I personally just think it's absolutely bizarre.
Yeah.
I don't think, it should be introduced. I mean, why do we need a Super League? Like, to keep football the way it is.
Yeah.
What is your whole take on it, Doug?
Bruv, I just think Europe is struggling. Like, you can see that the problem with the reason why they want to push the Super League is because there's no money in Liga. Well, not really. The French league, they ain't really in it. Bundesliga don't want no part of it. But if you look at Serie A and you look at La Liga, they're struggling financially. Like, those teams just cannot, those leagues, because they're poorly run and there's so much corrupt behind the scenes stuff going on. There's no money there no more. There's no TV in it. Messi's gone. Messi's at Liga. Ronaldo's gone. He went off to Juventus. Like, there's nothing to. Nobody wants to see Girona versus like Seville. No one wants to see it. So the problem is there's no money in it. And I think them trying to threaten the fact that if they put the Super League together and bring, at first it was like the elite teams. There's no elite teams now that I want to be in it in terms of the Premiership. Bayern Munich have no interest. Borussia Dortmund have no interest. PSG have no interest. So it will just be like your Milans, your Madrids, your Barcelonas. And then that's why they're saying now they want to bring in 80 teams because they know they have to kind of try and get the likes of all the Champions League teams and Europa League teams. Yeah, they have to get them involved. And then obviously in doing so, like they said, they will cancel the Champions League. But I think what they will end up doing is forcing the Premier League into their own division. So I just think if they want to go and do the Super League, go and do it, but it's not going to affect the Premiership because the Premiership is so big right now. Like, all of a sudden you think instead of Champions League, we can make a playoff system like what they have in America. Do you know what I mean? Like, so then instead of people fighting for top 4 to go into Champions League, if they get rid of the Champions League, then you're fighting for let's say top 10 and then, or top 8, and then you go into a knockouts phases towards the end of the season, then you win your own championship. Like, in a way, it might not have the gloss of the Champions League, but the Premier League is sustainable without actually having to join the Super League if they were to try and, because basically that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to force the Premiership's hand in making them have to join, but I don't think we don't need to. And I think it's just one of those things that they're poorly run. Like, if they manage their leagues properly, they wouldn't be in this financial state. And the teams like Barcelona, Madrid, Juventus, they need us to be in it in order for them to make money.
I mean, how do you feel about it? Like, as a football fan, would you want to see that? Or is it just the case of, look, we got Champions League, like, keep it how it is now?
Yeah, I would want to keep
more. Let us know in the comments as well, guys.
Yeah, like, I would want to keep it as it is, but I understand that the fact that none of the other leagues, because they can't run it the way they want to run it, that their football is just unattractive. So for me, they could go and do it. I don't think it affects the Premiership, but then you also got to understand that the owners of PSG own the Champions League. So these Super League people can threaten to try and break down the Champions League if they were to withdraw all the teams into this Super League. But PSG run the owners own Champions League. They would not want to fold it. So it would just mean a change in the rules maybe of how you can get into the Champions League. But I think it's dead in the water. I think that none of the Bundesliga teams are going to join. I think like none of the French teams, Premiership ain't going to join. It will just be Serie A and La Liga, and nobody wants to watch that. Do you know?
Yeah, exactly. And obviously there were teams that got fined. Did they end up getting fined? Because there was threats about, fines for teams that were joining and stuff like that.
Yeah, like there was at first. I think now they're pushing it. It's never really gone away, and they're pushing it. I think the likes of someone like Todd Bowley, because there was a few clubs, even some of the Premiership teams, that were kind of interested, but did pull out because really. But I do think there will be some interest because you got to think, as long as you got American owners like Todd Bowley, you got like obviously the Kroenkes who own us, and then you got that the Liverpool owners and even the Glazers. They've been brought up around that whole format of that whole Super League thing. Like in America, you have the NFL. No one gets relegated. No one gets promoted. It's all franchises. You know, like the NBA is exactly the same. So you could understand why a lot of these owners would still slightly be interested in doing it. And if that was the idea and some of them were interested, it kind of makes sense as to why Chelsea are building like a team that's built for something like that, that is going to be kind of like the superstars, the all-star team of like, do you know what I mean? But then at the same time, it could still run that they're using that building that for the Premiership, Champions League football and stuff. But I don't know. It's hard.
I'm not for it. Rennie B also saying, no, I don't want Super League to happen because what will happen to the small clubs like Leicester, Forest, etc.
Yeah,
which is true. And it's like, well, if no one's going to be promoted, no one's going to be relegated. Like, what's the point?
Right,
you know what I mean? Of taking away that traditional feel of how the English football system works.
And all the systems work the same. It's like Europe, all of them. Like I did see something that was basically saying that just ideas people were throwing out there, and they were basically saying that if that was something that was to happen, we could maybe make the English leagues a lot bigger. So you think the Premier League, instead of having 20 teams, you maybe expand it to 24 or something like that, and then the Championship you expand it so it allows non-league football and the lower league footballs to kind of be able. There's the bigger league, so it just expands the whole British, like the English game in a sense. Which I thought in the long run it could work, but it's just that I don't know. Like there was just the idea of it, so I don't know how it would all work, but it would just. I think it would just change. Super League happening would just change the whole dynamics of football 100%. Across Europe as we know it. You know?
Yeah, and I'm not for that because when you think about other smaller clubs, when they get promoted, obviously you get money, when you get promoted up and everything. So what are going to happen to these smaller clubs? They're just going to be so limited.
Yeah.
In that respect of progressing on and making more money and just sort of climbing the ladder.
Yeah, but I think that's only like on the case if if the Premiership was. Teams were to join it. I think if the Premiership teams wasn't to join, do you get what I mean? And come on, Cecil.
Big up, Cess. Yo, what up, bro?
What up? Yeah, man. I think if the Doug Wall FC versus SC Dong Su come, make sure your boys are ready. Make sure you're ready, fam. I'm gonna be at that one there, B. Make sure you're ready. I don't want to see no split tackles and all that when we're outside, G.
Doing the splits and everything on the
pitch. All of that. I see all of that. You get me? You know what I'm saying?
You got playing style.
Come on, man. Love. Yeah.
Big up Char and Doug and everyone in the chat. Big up to you as well, Graham. Thank you everyone for supporting and joining us. Yeah, look, let's got some fans here.
Yeah, now that's gonna be a big game still. Come on.
Yeah, I might even have to try and come down myself.
You have to. That's a little light rivalry going on there. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Who do I support? My boy Cess or you, Doug? I'm gonna have to be a neutral on this one.
I don't know. I'll let you listen. All I will say is, is that you was a Don before. You know what I mean? Early doors. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna put it out there. You was a Don back in the day, so you know what I mean. Like all love to the gang and that, but you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Look, Cess has got his eyes on me, like Charlie, like.
Hey, he's like, bro, I'll see you at Arsenal Fan TV. If I ever see you rocking that Don's kit, I see you rocking that Don's kit, Char. It's on top. Hey.
We got fully paid as well.
Yeah, come on. They got the gang. They got all the Mr. Fully Paid and all the people there. You get me?
In it, doing amazing.
Yeah, man, come a long way. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. International now. They all out in Italy and everything.
Which is what I'm saying. The work, the last 3-4 years of hard work the man have been putting in is big, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just goes to show timing is everything.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's
We
it.
got Pad D here saying, big up guys from Paris. Come on, you Gunners. Big up everyone in Paris, all our international family.
This is, and you know, that's another thing. You know what? Arsenal fans are in. I know everyone's got international fans, but we are really global. You know,
literally,
we are really global. So big up all the Gooners all across the world. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Everywhere we go, we pull up. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them. You get me?
Every single country, we love you all. Eros, Charlene, sing some Aaliyah again. Oh, do you look like my singing voice?
And the thing is, Char's obliged, you know. She's like, "Oh, you look like my singing voice."
I'll happily sing for you.
We'll just go get a glass of water. One second.
I've got my lemon water
ready to clear the throat to drop some vocals. I know you too well, B.
Hit the high notes.
Yeah, hit them high notes. Please, could you know what I
mean? Right, yeah, sorry, Doug. As you were saying, we sort of
Super League. Yeah, Super League. Oh, that's it. I was saying basically with the Super League, like I think if as long as the Premiership doesn't join, I think that and there was to really look in house and about like building English football, then it could benefit. I think that could benefit a lot of the lower teams, because you think if you was to expand the Premiership, making more Championship sides allowed to join the Premiership, so then instead of a 20-team Premier League, you'd have like a 24-team Premier League. So that means then you would expand all the other leagues. So that means more of the lower teams have the, you know, and then you just like basically, what's the word? Broadcast every match. Broadcast every match across the board. I know it doesn't sound appealing, but I feel if they were to push the Super League, what other choice do we have then to make our league better? Because unless we join it, then it's going to ruin our league anyway. But if we don't join it and they try to really force it, what are the alternatives? You know, because let's say they do force it and try to make that happen, then that does happen. Whether we like it or not, it is there. So what other options are there that we could make our league better that then stops us from having to join the Premier, that whole thing? Yeah. And that is where they're going to have to really, the Premier League, the FA, all the people in charge will really have to explore the ideas of how can they make the English game much better with the consequences of what is happening. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Mate, I think they just need to sort out their financial situation in a different way and not try and make these big changes.
But the thing is, the mad thing about it is that the Super League, when you really check it, is really based. The revenue is really based on the fact whether the likes of PSG, Arsenal, Man United, Man City, and those teams actually join it, because that's what they're hoping for. They're hoping for the games where it's Milan versus Arsenal, or Juventus versus Man City, or PSG versus, because that's what makes the Champions League so big. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Is those big games, you know, everyone wants to see the Bayern Munich's versus like Man City's and PSG versus Real Madrid. Like everyone wants to see that. So those that are making the Super League are really, they're rolling the dice because they know they need those teams. No one, even if they were to make it without the big clubs like the Premier League or Serie A or Liga, no one don't really want to watch Juventus versus Barcelona or Madrid versus, you know, Real Madrid, or I mean like Atletico, or versus, like, no one doesn't want to see those teams play each other. Yeah, it'd be interesting, but it don't mean anything.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone wants to see the big clubs with the big players versus the big clubs with the big players. And right now, the Premier League has the best managers. If you look at it, it has the teams with the best players with the most money. They might not be going out and winning Champions League weekend like every year, but what we do have is the most exciting league where you don't mind watching Southampton versus, you know, like Brentford, because you know it's going to be an exciting game. Do you get me? You don't mind. Like, I don't even watch none of the other leagues' football. I don't even. Do you know what I mean? I don't even watch El Clasico anymore.
Yeah.
Like, the other day I wasn't interested. Whereas before the El Clasico, when it was Ronaldo, Messi, it was a spectacle. We all used to go and watch it. Like now, their football is dead. No one even wants to watch Inter Milan versus AC Milan. But back in the day, when it was Ronaldo, Beckham, Zlatan, and the boys, everyone was tuning in because they had the big players in it. Do you get what I mean? And
exactly.
But no, it's not interesting anymore. So they're rolling the dice and trying to force the Premier League's hand, but I think it's all verbal. I feel like they will realize that they can't do it, and if they do spit their dummy out and think, yeah, fuck it, we're just gonna go and do it, then it's gonna backfire on them, because then what they might do in turn is make the Premiership stronger, make it that the Premier League might think, you know what, we're gonna show every game, because by now they should be broadcasting every game, you know. Then we're going to expand the league. We're going to make our own tournament system where it allows non-league football, and all these other teams, the chance to kind of get buys to the next round and do all these other things where you never know, you might get the Man City versus a Bromley FC, or because that will make it interesting. That will involve that. How much revenue would that bring, like a Bromley team or Wrexham? Like, look how well Wrexham have done in the FA Cup. If there was other ways that these teams could play other big clubs, then we don't need the Super League, because we can generate all what we need to do within ourselves. Do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly. Everyone's sort of bringing in their opinions here. I'm just going to quickly read this super chat from Malaki saying, Charlene's an absolute babe. That smile could stop an invading army in its tracks. Oh, thank you, Malaki.
Come on. We said we have to send her to Ukraine. Come on, let's send Char to Ukraine, fam. Frontline.
Stop!
Oh, that's jokes.
Thank you for the super chat also. So yeah, Eros is in complete agreement with you, Doug, saying facts. We've got Eros also saying, when's football going to be about the love of the game instead for the money, which is, you know, what it should be about, you know, the love of the beautiful sport.
Yeah, 100.
I feel like the money is just sort of taking over and ruining football for everyone.
I still feel like there's a lot of love in it. I think money rules in football, but the overall love of the game is why the money is needed so much, because I think in order to have success, in order to have you have to pump money into the game, innit? So it's a sad one, because they both kind of walk hand in hand with each other now, innit? Do you get what I mean? You know, it's like, it's the way that the game has gone now.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's dope that the Premier League, which like subconsciously, I don't know if it was their plan, but we're blessed that they understood this. Like, I think where Real Madrid and Barcelona and all these other teams didn't think about how they were going to sustain themselves, the Premier League clubs have. Like, you know, Barca was like, and Real Madrid were like funded by banks and all of these other things in Spain. Do you get me? So they were happy to spend the big money on the big players, do the big transfers, and then in the end never really sell players on for profits or make any money from it. So you look at Barca, the deals that they did for Dembele, Coutinho, all those big money deals, De Jong, all these players that they bought for big fees, but haven't ever recouped any money back from those fees. They never sell anybody on. Even Messi, I think Messi, did they even sell Messi, or did he walk for free and just sign a new contract for Barcelona? For PSG. So you imagine having a player like that and not actually a £200 million player, and not actually making that money for him. Do you get what I'm saying? You know, like they killed themselves. Real Madrid, they made a little. Well, they didn't make no money on Ronaldo guy. And it was light money he went for in the end to Juventus, in comparison to what they paid for him. Like, the teams are just poorly run, and because of financial fair play, they can't just go to the banks and be like, "Oh yeah, look, we're gonna do this, bail us out." Which, you know, the Catalonian bank used to do for Barca and Real Madrid was all that pretty much government funded. Do you get what I mean? They can't do that anymore. So that's where they're shooting themselves in the foot, you know?
Exactly. These clubs definitely do need to be run a lot better to avoid situations like this happening. SJH Films is saying Super League is not going to have any impact on the Premier League, as no English clubs are allowed to join. Which you obviously just touched on a minute ago.
Yeah.
Charlene and Doug, my question is, who is a GOAT, Ronaldo or Messi?
What do you reckon, Char?
Oh, I don't like this question. Do you know, I used to always go Ronaldo. Like, I love Ronaldo. I don't know. Can I just sit on the fence with this one?
Yeah, it's a hard one because I always say, yeah, whenever I talk about this question, I always answer it the same. And I said, if you had to paint a footballer, you would paint Messi. He's like if the best artist in the world could paint an art like a footballer, it'd be Messi, innit? Like in terms of the way he plays. And if you could build a football, if you was like a technician or an engineer and you was gonna build the ultimate footballer or striker, you'd build Ronaldo, innit?
Exactly.
The machine. Like, so I think in their own right, they're goats in their own right. Do you get what I mean? Like, you can't pick one of the two because they both play different types of football. If Messi was a striker and Ronaldo was a striker, you could say who was the greatest striker of all time, but they both influence games differently. It's just like, you know, you can't really, I feel like we obsess with always someone being the best. Like, why can't we just live in a world where we have two great footballers that have influenced the game? Why does there have to be a number one? You will never like, and that's just how this generation is. Like, you looking back in the day when we was growing up, and you had all like the Zidans. There were so many dope ballers. You couldn't pick one as being the standout best because we had 10 Messis, we had 10 Ronaldos. Do you get what I mean? But I feel the level has dropped to the point where these lot have just stayed at that high world-class level that the rest have just never been able to get to. So it's like, oh, we've got to pick one, but we shouldn't really have to. We've lived in a time when there was loads of legends, innit? Do you get what I mean?
Exactly. You've said it so well, Doug, and I'm just glad that you're on the fence with me.
I am indeed.
You've explained it so well. I totally agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
And we've only got one person who's saying nah, Messi. So I think everyone else must be in agreement.
All right, Graham. So explain, like, I know you might not have a lot of space to type, but explain why Messi. Like, do you get what I mean? Because this is the thing people pick, and I'm like, how do you like? Messi's dope. Don't get me wrong, but then the attributes people will pick for Messi, Ronaldo's not that type of footballer. So it's like you can't say, oh, you know, Messi dribbles and he links up the play and he's got longevity, but it's because of the type of player he is. Like, you could put Messi in the cam and have a team around him do all the work, and he can just link things up because he's a natural baller. He came up through the Barcelona tiki-taka playing system. He knows how to play ball, where Ronaldo was an out-and-out winger at first, and then he kind of went central at Madrid and became a striker, where he had Ozil. Even I think when he first, I don't know if Guti, I don't want to say it, but I don't think Guti was there when he first went there. But he's got like the likes of Modric. He had Ozil there when he went there. Do you get what? All these players that were playing in passes for him to run onto and finish. So it's just like he never really had to affect the game in linking up playing that. He just had to be on the end of a pass to put it in the back of the net. And that's what made him a goal machine. So it's like, it's hard, man. You can't, like,
it is.
You just have to accept the both of them bang goals, and they did their thing.
Isn't it? I mean, they're getting their votes in. Michael's saying they're both different styles of players, which is exactly what me and Doug are saying. Shake saying GOAT first, Messi second, Ronaldo.
Yeah, you know what? And even Ronaldo scored a hat, 4 goals the other day. I see the goals. He looks like he looks like he come alive. You know, that first weekly pay hit the bank from
and he's like, right, buzzing.
Yeah, he thought, right, this thing's real, you know. He said, right, I thought these men were joking, you know, right.
Let me work. That motivation.
Let me work for this. No, because
it's like taking an SIS gel, right? I'm getting up already.
Yeah, but he saw what happened to Aubameyang. That's what it is. He saw Aubameyang, like, you know what I mean, messed up the bag and said, nah, this ain't happening to me right here, bro. I'm going to play some football, you get me?
Innit?
Yeah, because it's sad. I heard something, I see a rumor saying that that basically Chelsea were willing to loan Aubameyang to MLS or something like that.
Yeah, I saw LA something.
Yeah, LA, is it LA Galaxy or?
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah, LA Galaxy. I think where Bell was. And I just think, you know what, even for his age, where he's at, that is, and what he was, the last 2 years is like, I don't know, it's one of the worst downfalls in football I'd ever say. Like, in terms of a player that had so much the potential to be a club legend. Like, when you look at how he was banging in goals for Arsenal and doing everything, and then how the fans, we all loved him. You get me?
Yeah, like we was literally begging him to sign that new contract.
Yeah, literally. And then it's just a fine example of, like, you have to keep the work ethic in it. Like, in these things, 100%. Like, you can't get above yourself. Like, I feel like Aubameyang allowed the big contract, allowed the fans to give him a full sense of security that he was safe. And that he could just do what he wanted. And Arteta has proven to us that he was right and showed how much of a high class manager he was dealing with that situation. You get what I mean?
Exactly.
Eros, LA Galaxy, MLS is a retirement home for superstars, but it's a great league at the same time. Yeah, it's a different. Yeah, because you know what, the talent. You see, like even Miguel Almiron was at Atlanta United before he went to Newcastle, and I remember that season that I used to, because I watch a bit of MLS, and I watched the playoffs, and Almiron tore the playoffs up. That they have talent.
Really?
And I said to my boy, because my friend's a Newcastle fan, Jason, and I said to him when they signed Miguel Almiron, I said, watch, that player's going to be a baller. He hasn't even reached the levels of how I saw him carrying Atlanta on his back when I watched him just before he signed for Newcastle. So they do have talent in the league, but the general level of the league is dead, isn't it? You get what I'm saying?
It's not the same.
It's not the same at all.
Literally. We as fans are very blessed to have seen both Messi and Ronaldo play football. Exactly, boy.
Eros has got the right energy. Why can't we just be grateful?
Innit? Appreciate our players. Appreciate
them because I don't think we're gonna see another rivalry on the levels of how Messi and Ronaldo. Like that's why you think that's why you know why it's funny we talk about the Super League, but that's why you think like La Liga and these that want the Super League because they know there's nothing coming through that talent pool that is gonna give them that the show-stopping football like these man produce for that league, innit? Like Messi, you think was the ultimate advertisement for La Liga. You get what I'm saying? Like them man there smashed it week in, week out, you know?
Literally. Michael said he would have loved to have seen Messi in the Premiership.
Yeah.
Rennie B saying bye. He needs to go and charge his phone. Bye, Rennie. Thank you for joining us.
Ren. Yeah.
Once they retire, I see Mbappe taking the title alone. I think Haaland isn't getting much growth to have the title of a GOAT in Man City.
That's a mad one. A lot of people saying is Haaland, you know, is City better off with Haaland? I think for City, the problem with Haaland is he scores a lot of goals and he can get the goals, but it's their style of football. From what he's used to, he may need to adapt his game in a way and start adapting. I think when he does, because you look at all City strikers that have done well, when you look at Negredo, Aguero, those players, they're like a Jesus, innit? They're silky, they get in, they trickle around players, they know how to work the box because City have you pinned in. Haaland's good. He's a good counter-attacking striker. Like you look at Dortmund and you look at like how the Bundesliga is, it's end to end. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like so he's very because he's got so much pace. They break when Dortmund used to break last season with Sancho, Haaland, Marco Reus, and them, man, they're flying. You get me? Like, I just think it's hard for him in this league because they never get pinned back.
Yeah. How do you think it will all pan out for him? I mean, he's getting the goals. Goal machine.
He'll get the goals. Like the thing is, when De Bruyne switched on, De Bruyne can find him all day, every day. He will get the goals. I just think it's a case of maybe learning to adapt, but then also the way that we put so much emphasis on things like that. Everyone's like, "Oh, he ain't touched the ball all game," and then the first touch he has, he scores with it.
Which is what you want your striker to do.
Like I think people are maybe how City, Pep, and the rest of them look at it is like we don't need him involved in the game throughout the whole game.
Just find the back of the net.
Just find the back of the net. We pin teams in. We got players that can do the rest of the work. We just need him in there to find the back of the net. And I think literally he's good at that. Like I think the way that he finishes in so many different tricky types of ways and how he can put the ball in the back of the net. That's what you want. You want someone that when the ball's in there, his little toe stretching for it and that, you know what I'm saying?
On the stretch, boy.
Yeah, he's on the stretch. He's just, so I don't know, man. It's a hard one, but we'll see. We'll see how that one pans out.
Exactly. We got Michael here saying, who's the top 5 players in the Premier League at the moment?
What do you reckon, Char?
Whee! Well, number 1. Who's number 1?
And I know who you're gonna say without even saying who you might. I think I know anyway.
Is it written all over my face?
Yeah, go on.
All right, we gotta say Saka. I'm not even
Gonna
being
say
biased.
Saka. I thought he's gonna say Odegaard.
I mean, I love Odegaard.
Yeah.
But come on, it's Bukayo Saka.
Yeah.
He is our star boy.
Star boy, yeah, without a doubt.
Top 5. I'm gonna be neutral. Haaland's in there. He can bang goals.
Are we going on current form or are we just talking in general? Because that we need, Michael, we need a bit more clarity because
make it a bit easier for us.
Yeah, it'd be easy because if we're going off of form and who we think our top 5 players are informed players at the minute, or we just go because then it's like you say, Saka, and then who did you say next?
Haaland,
and we're go on, pick your 5.
Wait, that was one of my first 2. Who else? It is a bit hard to decide, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's like you even then you're not thinking like we got Salah, but then do we put Salah in because he's not really in form?
Turning up right now.
He is a quality player. Do we put Kane in? Nah.
I had to pause on that one.
Yeah. Do we Kevin De Bruyne? Does Kevin make it?
Exactly.
Does VVD make
it? Just in general. Yan Danny, he knows the vibe. Number one is Saka. Can we call him Star Boy Saka?
Star Boy.
Get your stars up.
Your defense is in trouble.
Hey. I'll be your backup.
Yeah, innit? Nah, Star Boy. Nah, definitely. And I agree. Haaland's up there. Yes. Musin.
Yeah, big up Musin.
Right. Let us know, Musin. Yeah.
Great for you to join us. Ain't seen you here in a while. Musin used to be a regular.
Is it?
Yeah. Welcome back, homie.
Oh, he back in town, B.
Isn't it? He back. I mean, look, we got Rashford. If we're going on current
you know
form,
what? I'll be real. You United fans are killing me with this Rashford thing at the minute. A lot of managers on this Rashford. Don't get me wrong, Rashford's banging in goals. But I just want to know. Let's see what he does this season. See what he does next season, and then if he's back next season, I will give Rashford his crown as being one of the big boys. But right now, I'm not by it. Like I know he's got to sign a contract. Like these players do this, they got contract negotiations coming up. They spy form. Seen it with Walcott, seen it with Aubameyang, seen it with Salah, seen it with all these players. They come into this contract. They all of a sudden they butter wouldn't melt on their foot. Do you get me?
And then it melts.
You get me? So, yeah, we'll just see what happens with Rashford. But I might be still holding feelings from when his breakout season when he scored the header 2 goals against us. So.
Don't let them things go. Eros is saying Haaland, Saka, Odegaard, Gabriel Magalhaes, and Rashford.
Yeah, but I was surprised Gabriel made it in there.
I know.
Gabriel made it in there. But I'll definitely put Rashford in there. Like that Haaland, Saka, Odegaard, Rashford.
Should we just combined?
Yeah. Gabriel / Saliba.
Yeah, Saka. Oh yeah, Saliba. Yeah. That's a hard one, man.
Yeah, but if we're going off 2023 best players at the minute, I would say, I don't know. There are other good players in form, man. You look at who else? No one else but Arsenal players, obviously. But I'm going to try and look elsewhere. I'm going to try to do my best to look elsewhere. But Kane is having a great season. I've got to give it to him. 17 goals in the league. But I think Haaland has just dwarfed him. Rashford's obviously scoring. Who else? Almiron. I don't know. Do you feel like Newcastle kind of died out a little bit? Still, like they're all their puff is gone, isn't it?
What result did they get last week? Who did they play?
Who did they play? Did they draw? I'm not even too sure. Let me check.
The guess will probably be that they drew.
Yeah, the guess was yeah.
1-1 with West Ham.
They drew 1-1 with West Ham. Yeah, you're right. They did, didn't they? Yeah. Like I was gonna say Miguel Almiron, a couple of them ballers. Like but I don't know. Like you're right. I think when you look at the top of the league, it is Saka, Odegaard, Haaland are the boys that are really playing ball at the minute. I don't know. Man City, De Bruyne just looked disinterested against Tottenham. I don't know what's going on there when he come on. You know, I don't know what's Pep's doing as well. Like, how you benching the big boys for the game against the guys that always beat you over? I'm kind of wondering whether Pep is actually wanting Arteta to win the league this season to give him some motivation for next season.
Well, let's not forget about the situation that's also happening at Man City as well, with the investigation that's underway for the financial fair play. So
yeah, that could be a disturbance, but I just don't get Pep at the minute. Like, he's doing a lot of things, saying a lot of things that I feel, but I do know that he is football driven, like he's a madman for it. So
yeah,
I don't know if he's just going through something or just needing the motivation. Liverpool kind of dropped off. It's been him and Klopp for so long, and now his best friend Arteta has now become his arch nemesis. It's taking a moment for him to process and get it right. But maybe for him, the way his mind might work is that he needs Arteta to win the league to give him that motivation for going into to now know he's got this new beef. Do you get what I mean? I don't know. I'm just maybe making a film out of it and just getting dramatic. But I'm just like, I just don't get it. Like,
I feel like he would be more competitive and want to battle to win
Arteta this season.
Yeah, I feel like Pep will want a battle to win. Not as in he wouldn't want to back Arteta or give him a ride.
But then I just don't get like his team choice for the Tottenham game. I get the players are maybe in form, but why would you can't leave Kevin on the bench? I don't mind about the defenders and maybe the other players, because I think the whole back four is a strong back four, and I think even the new boy that they brought in at right back, that obviously pushed Cancelo out the team. Is it right back or left back? Yeah, right back. I think is a dope player. His name can't really. Is it not Palmer? But his name can't really come to me in a minute.
The young one.
Yeah, the young boy. Like, I think he's actually quite sick. But I just think the way that Tottenham played them and that you needed that creativity, they just looked off it, man.
I guess as well on the flip side, you just don't even know like what's happening behind closed doors. Could Kevin have been feeling a bit, off himself?
Yeah.
You just don't know. But just going back to Newcastle, they are actually still sitting in fourth place, so they're
what's going on? This league's gonna have a lot of twists and turns, and this is why we can't join the Super League, because it's like it's exciting. Everywhere you look, there's teams that are like shouldn't be there.
Like, and the ones that you're expecting to be there, it's like, where are you?
Yeah, where are you? Like, Chelsea 9th and Liverpool 10th. That the climb and the drop of Liverpool shocks me every week with every time they play.
Madness. Absolutely madness.
I just can't, like, mate. Klopp's just giving mad interviews now. Salah's just taking his money and run away mentally like he's not there.
And then you've got like the likes of Brighton sitting up in 6th place.
6th, yeah. I don't even think Gakpo's registered a shot on target. If anyone can get a stat up for Gakpo, but I just think the brother's played about 6 games and I don't think he's had a shot on target. In that he was a player at first that I thought when they got him, I was like, this could be the turning point for Liverpool's season.
Yeah.
And he's done nothing. Obviously, Diego Jota's back, so that might help.
Crazy. Muhsin's asking, what are your thoughts on Man City charges? All a bit mad.
Do you want to see, what would you like to see be the outcome?
I can't lie, yeah? Like, imagine being relegated to the Championship.
Yeah, that's wild. But then I think if they was, I would love to see. I just think if they was, that's what just would make this league so sick, yeah. Because if they say they got relegated, right, to the Championship, then everyone will be tuning into Championship football, because you think every week a team will be going to Man City or Man City or Man City will be coming to them. So could you imagine Millwall or what Man City away at Millwall? Could you imagine, yeah? Like it would. I just think for England, for the English game, it's got to happen. But I don't want to win the league like that. But like that's the other thing. Like it'll be like, oh yeah, Arsenal only won it because Man City got relegated, or they get 20 points deduction. I just feel slap them with a £200 million fine, 2 seasons of like transfer bans, and let's just play out the outcome of the league, or give them the points deduction next season, and let's play it out. I just think because it would just take away from our league title. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, especially where we've worked so hard to get to where we are.
Yeah, but will it be that the Premier League would love to make it an Arsenal Man United title race instead?
Exactly.
Because then bring back the old days. Because I know a lot of United fans I talk to, that's what they're crying out for it to be Arsenal Man United. They just want to be involved so badly in it.
Want to be up there. Well, while we're on that, let me just give a recap on how the top of the table's looking. So we've got Arsenal, who have played 20 games with 50 points in the first spot. Then we've got Man City behind on 45 points, who have played 21 games. Man U have played 22 games, and they're sitting there with 43 points in third place. And then Newcastle in fourth place with 40 points, and they've played 21 games. Behind them in fifth place, we've got Tottenham on 39 points, who have played 22 games, and Brighton in sixth place on 34 points, who have played 20 games.
Wow. Who's seventh?
So seventh is Brentford, who we are facing tomorrow.
Oh, Brentford are doing all right.
I know.
Brentford are really technically the best of the rest, isn't it, really, when you check it?
Exactly. And then behind them is Fulham.
Fulham are above Chelsea and Liverpool.
Yeah, and then it's Chelsea, Liverpool.
It's mad, isn't it?
It's crazy.
Chelsea better go on some sick run towards the end of the season, or it's just all this flexing has just been for nothing.
Literally, imagine not even. Oh, mate, wait, Europa. So we got top 4 Champions League, and then Europa League will be 5th and 6th.
Yeah, I think Chelsea are banking on trying to win the Champions League. I think that's all they have. I think top 4's out the question.
Yeah,
I think the deals that they've struck with the add-ons is them winning the Champions League. Yeah, and because that's the only way they go back into the Champions League next year.
Exactly.
Is if they win it. So their thing is they have to win that. I think if Potter doesn't deliver the Champions League to Chelsea, he gets sacked.
Yeah, I reckon so as well. Do you think he will? Oh, I don't know. Do you think he's sort of wearing a bit thin on time, or?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Like, you got to think, even in the game that they played the other day when they drew 0-0 with Fulham, it was like Mudryk just looks like he's getting worse. He came on, he might switch it up, but his heart doesn't look like he wants to be there. I'm sorry, I maybe still got
because he wanted to come to Arsenal.
Yeah, I maybe still be holding feelings from the transfer window. That it still cuts deep, but I just feel like he don't want to be there. I think like the players, I don't know, I don't feel like they're playing for Potter. I don't think Potter is the type of appointment that gets players up and jumping and thinking. I think a lot of players will look at it and be like, he'll be gone soon. Especially the way that Chelsea carousel managers, in it. Like,
literally.
I think he'll be gone soon. I think Mourinho is destined for a round 3 at Chelsea. Because he, and I think he will shake that team up. I think a lot of players that think they're gonna get in won't get in. With Mourinho there, I just don't see that Potter's got what it takes. Me personally.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. There's no way Chelsea are earning this money they are spending.
Yeah, no, they haven't got the fan base, to be honest.
Yeah,
I don't know where they're gonna do. They ain't got a fan base, and the thing is, it's mad because the way that the FA's gone after City, I think Chelsea better mind they don't come after them like that.
Exactly. I mean, they was sort of talking about it. I can't remember what they were saying. With the way Chelsea went about it, but
what I don't understand is if there's loopholes that Chelsea have been able to jump through to do this, why are no other clubs been able to do the same? Because it's not like Chelsea is the richest club, they're not. But it's like, how have they been able to spend so much money and it be okay? And if it's just a case of putting players on long contracts, then it would have been no problem for Arsenal to spend the money on Mudryk then, because we could have just spent it and then put him on a long contract to avoid FIFA fair play. Like, it's like the clubs have the money, Man City have the money. Like Newcastle, why ain't Newcastle spending like that then? Do you get it? Just don't make sense. How come Chelsea, just because of a new owner that isn't that much richer than anybody else? In fact, he's not the richest. They're not the richest team. Do you get what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's come in and been able to spend so much money, and no one else has been able. Like Man United, no one else has been able to do that. Like, I don't understand. It's crazy. That's the only thing that confuses me about it. That makes me feel that Chelsea think they found a loophole. And I saw something that was basically saying that Chelsea are asking to be excused. So I don't know if they just felt that they could spend it and then be like, oh, because of the transfer ban they had and the stuff with the manager and the Russian stuff and all of that, we can just allow us. But it don't work like that. I don't know how they think they could just do that.
Exactly. It's all on hire purchase spread out over 8 years.
But that's what I hear that. But then is that the contracts? Because they said, like, is it the player contracts or actually the payment plan of
I think it's the payment plan
for paying for the transfer fee?
Yeah, paying for it's spread over.
But then everyone would just do that because then it don't make. I just don't get it. Like it don't, because then everyone to cover the cost could just spend big and spread the money out. Do you get me?
Exactly.
So I don't understand unless it's to bring the wage bill down that they spread the yearly contract out. I don't know. It just all doesn't make sense to me, to be fair. And I think it kind of needs explaining, or all will come to the light, innit, I suppose.
As it all seems to be coming out now. Because with this situation with Man City, it's been going on for some time, ain't it?
Yeah, but it's like this has been, mate. This is from Mancini days. Mancini's been gone for the longest.
Exactly, because they're even talking about potentially stripping Man City of their Premier League titles.
Yeah, which I think is a bit is a stretch. Like, I think you can't do that because regardless of what they did spending financially, it didn't affect the actual football on the pitch. Like the football on the pitch won them those titles and won them games. I think it would be wrong. Like, it's like, look at Chelsea. Chelsea is spending all this money, but it isn't made them have in it. You know what I'm saying? Like Chelsea spending the money, but it's not really making them better, is it? Do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly. Michael saying Chelsea are making a separate team specifically for the Super League and one for the Prem.
In it, but or they may be looking at the fact that maybe looking at the fact that they got two good, strong first teams in it. When you look at it, like they got a Champions League team, a Premier League team, and a Cup League and a Cup run team in it. Do you get what I mean? Like, yeah, they're kind of pattern really, but then it's the management choice. Like we said in the last week's episode, it's like, how does Potter pick his first team? If he drops Mudryk and plays Sterling, Mudryk ain't gonna be happy. If he plays Sterling, or plays Mudryk, drops Sterling. Like, how do you? Like, I think it's a disrespect to drop Sterling.
Exactly.
Do you know what this brother's done? Like, he's 28. Do you get what I mean? He's gone there to find his feet again because of, like, obviously leaving Man City, and then you bring in a £100+ million winger that's unproven and playing in front of you. It's just crazy.
It is absolutely mental. Ashake saying money can't buy you success, which is
but Ashoke's just trying to say that to sound like he's on, like these times when he saw the signings guy and he wasn't complaining, saying, no, this is wrong, we shouldn't do this.
Exactly.
He celebrated every transfer.
Exactly. Michael's just, letting everyone know you've got to give Kroenke credit for making sure we don't spend too much.
Yeah, but at the same time, we've spent, if you look at the top 3 spenders since 2018 or whatever, we're like 3rd.
Yeah.
So we have spent. And I think that's another thing. I think fans used to get on, they're not spending the money. They were spending the money. I think sometimes certain transfers were ill-advised, but I think they backed the team. They have fully backed the team.
And with how we've spent as well, I'd say it's reasonable spending.
Yeah. Like, we've got a lot of value for money. Like, you think even in the season that we bring in, like, Ramsdale and that, we spent a lot of money, but we got like 4 or 5 players. Do you know
exactly.
What I mean?
Look at what we got for it.
Yeah. Yandani. Is it Yandani?
Yandani. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. Let us know.
Werner and Lukaku still to come back under. This is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
And is my man Tammy Abraham, did they sell him to Roma or was he on loan?
I don't actually know. Let us know, Ashoke, because we was trying to get him as well, weren't we?
Yeah. But if he's gone,
he might be on loan, you know.
He might be on loan, innit? So he's to come back. So they got 3 strikers coming back. Are you tying this guy? You know, in it, like imagine that. So imagine they got Lukaku to come back. Like they got Werner in it. Let's say they do have Tammy Abraham to come back. There's your 3 strikers. Plus they got Aubameyang. Plus they play Havertz. Like the team.
No, how did they recruit their players?
The team is stacked fully. You know what I'm saying? Like, that is immense. You know who I do feel sorry for though, yeah, is the little young fella, Amari Hutchinson.
I know.
Left Arsenal to get minutes, and now he's been loaned out, which makes me feel like, bro, you should have stayed where you were loved, B. Don't know who advised him to make that move, but they advised the boy wrong. You get me?
Exactly.
Yeah,
man, it is all mental, Dougster, and everyone in the chats. Should we start moving on to some predictions and everything?
Oh, if you want to.
Might as well.
You didn't want to discuss the Everton game, no?
Oh, yes.
And Char's just trying to swerve all losses, you know. She don't want to talk about no losses.
No, I'll talk about the L's. I mean, listen, personally, yeah, I'm not absolutely gutted about it. Reason being, if we put this in a real situation, do we wake up every day and we're on 100, like, you know, winning everything, doing everything to the best of our ability? Sometimes we have our little off days. Yeah. You know, like, this is only our 2nd Premier League loss.
Yes.
We bounce back. We'll come back stronger.
Tell him again.
One, like, it's almost as if like we lose a game and everyone's completely lost their heads. Like, oh my god, now we're not winning the league. Or it's okay, calm down.
Yeah,
you know, that's just how I feel personally.
Yeah.
What about you,
definitely, I fully agree. Like off day, people weren't at it. I think even Arteta, even with the substitutions, it's like I think he already knew. Like he made some early subs. He brought on Jorginho 65th minute. Like switched it up, brought on Vieira. Maybe even a warning shot to the others because maybe that was also a thing that the others were getting complacent because there was no other choice on the bench. So really he's running with them, and they must really thinking, nah, listen, I can do that. Little complacency. We're top of the league, playing fantastic football. We've won it.
Everton.
Yeah, it's only Everton. Do you get what I mean? And I think the United game, maybe also just a bit of we needed that loss because I think the United game, when we beat United, I think because it was such a big game and it was like, I think a lot of people maybe thought the league was won.
Yeah.
You get me? Because there was so much riding on that game for whatever reason. There was a lot on that game, like it was a cup final, and we beat it. And it's like, we've reached the pinnacle now. We're there. We made it. When no, we've still got we still got 21 games left to play or whatever, 20 games left to play. So I think that's maybe part of maybe the drop off as well. So I think, it was needed. I think like the L was needed to make them realize like just like that. And we were lucky because City went and dropped points as well, innit? So
exactly, thankfully.
Thankfully, do you get what I mean? So it's a warning shot, warning signs, and also it was lucky that we got the result against Man United, so we kind of pegged them back a bit. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Because they went and won out of the two of them. Out of all of us, they had the better weekend. Do you get me? They got their 3 points on the board, but then they lost to Leeds. Drew with Leeds midweek. So that's a favour. So
I think they got 2-2 or something.
Yeah, 2-2. They were 2-0 down. So we need to definitely win against Brentford. We need that. I think my guy Simon said that it's gonna be a 4-1. He wants us to go and smash them out of the water.
Really?
Yeah. Now that's how he's feeling. He said he's gonna be there on tomorrow, and he feels it's gonna be Arsenal gonna go mad, which we have to. I think if we was to go and smash Brentford after losing to Everton, it will then be like, okay, that Everton game will be looked at. New manager, like they're up for it. Sean Dyche knows how to play Arsenal. It was destined for them to win that game. Other than it being that Arsenal maybe losing the grip on the title run. You get what I mean? So then it just deflects all of that and we crack on. But we don't get the result against Brentford.
No, we will, man. We're at home.
But I'm just saying, it will then be pressures on Arsenal. They're crumbling. This is the time to get them. Then mentally, all of those factors start to play a part. So we need to really go and get the 3 points this weekend.
Do you know what's crazy as well? It's like after that loss as well, you hear people saying, oh, you know, like pundits as well saying, oh, you know, is Arsenal starting to sort of show their true colours? I can't remember the exact words that they used, but, you know, they're starting to crumble now. Mate, we've only just lost like one game in how many? Obviously, we lose to Man City in the FA Cup, so it was 2 losses back to back.
Yeah.
But come on, like, in terms of the Premier League, like, it's only 2 losses. Like, we ain't we're allowed.
Like, no, but it's mad that we are in, like, well, I don't know, end of Jan, let's say, end of January, February, when we played that game, because what's the date today? But let's say the first week of Feb, and we've lost our 2nd game. Exactly. And the league finishes in May. So it's that, you know, you look at how many games City have lost. Yes, we're not a million miles away from them in terms of points, but these teams have all dropped points. Like, everyone might get onto Arsenal for losing their 2nd game of the season, but can we all just turn our attention to Liverpool, who have totally just run and jumped off the side of a cliff? Do you get what I mean? Like, I think we shouldn't hit the panic button. We would really have to dip in form, and I think everywhere that we've proved ourselves. Like, everyone thought we was going to drop off when we lost Jesus. Look how well Nketiah is coming, but I feel like we need Jesus back now. I feel like he just needs a bit more competition because there's no one to sub him with.
Literally. And I mean, would you play someone else through the middle if need be? Like, would you put Martinelli through the middle, put Trossard on the left? If maybe Eddie needed to be subbed for whatever reason?
Yeah, definitely. That's the option. There's definitely that option, but even like Michael says, feel we could drop off like last season. We didn't particularly drop off. This is the thing last season. When I look at the last season,
we started off bad last season.
We started off bad and we picked up. But then with the thing with us last season, we either won a game or we lost a game. We didn't really draw. And that was the problem with us last season. Like, maybe if we'd gone to Tottenham and got a point and then maybe lost to Newcastle, maybe it helped us. I don't know. But, you know, like, we just it was either or. And I just think with the team and how young and how like inexperienced they were, it's not really a drop off. It's lack their experience to get through a whole 38 games of a season.
Yeah.
You know? Where this season.
Sorry. Yeah, we have to factor everything in as well. Like last season, you know, there was so much happening. Like, you know, you've got a manager who's implementing a new style of football. Like, you've got players that are so young and everything, and trying to. As well as, let's not forget about, you know, the players that had to be moved out of the dressing room as well. That was having, like, we have to look at the bigger picture as well as injuries, COVID, like, not happening.
Depleted the team. You literally think he went down to a bare 17, 18 players, if that, like, to get you through the second half of a whole season. Like, so you think, it brought those core players closer together that now you even have to be careful of the type of players you add to that mix because they're so well knitted. You get me?
Yeah.
So that's another thing. The players that come in have to be able to bond in with that group of players, but you can see that they've learned from it. Do you get me? I don't think it was a drop off. I think more just a learning experience for them. Do you get what I mean? Like, they were always going to fade out. I think they were doing well. Each season we've exceeded the expectation.
Exactly. So when you sum it all up.
Yeah, like last season, you didn't think we was ever going to be fighting for 4th place. No one thought that. Everyone thought we was going to be back where we was regardless, maybe a bit better, but no one thought we was going to do that. And this season, no one expected us to be top of the league.
I know.
Do you know? So we're over exceeding but also we're doing it well. It's not fluky. It's not like it's been a rubbish, everyone's playing dead. No. Arsenal have just been that good. Do you get me?
Yeah, well earned.
Well earned, man. Well earned. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Musin, I don't see Arsenal dropping off from here. We have to work too hard we have.
Exactly.
We have. Arteta's not going to want to drop it off, and he will make sure he does whatever he takes to keep the boys focused.
Passion.
Look how he come out and said, I love them more than I did yesterday. Do you know what's mad? Yeah, he he really played the man. Like, he's playing games with them, you know. He said, listen, no, you don't want to come out here and lose. Don't worry. I love you even more.
Yeah.
Listen, that must hurt because the man, you maybe expected him to be angry, throw them under the bus. He's like, nah, you're good. I love you guys, man. I love like, you know that.
It's just, this is what I love about the club. This is what I love about Arteta. Like, genuine love and passion. Like,
wait, let me just big up Musi and seeing some of Doug's goals. This is what I'm saying, fam. Love, G. I'm a driller.
Let us see them goals.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I drill, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, it's real. The passion, the love, putting it out global. Like, I love them more than I did the week before. All of these things. To some people, they might think it's weird. Some people might, but he knows what he's doing. He's letting them know that, listen, regardless, you lot come out here and lose. I'm going to show you lot love, innit? I need the same love back. You lot need to ride for me the way I ride for you guys, innit? Do you get me?
100%.
Yeah.
And like that positivity, like, is just so infectious.
Yeah.
And then that's how you're getting the results. That's how you're getting the best players, like the best play from the players. Because like, they know they're loved.
Yeah, you look at Klopp, you look at Pep this season. Pep's throwing players under the bus. Klopp's like, and subliminals to certain players and whatnot. You got like Klopp doing the same. These were the two elite managers that were ruling the league for how many seasons in a row this present time, and now they're like, you can see the difference where Arteta will never throw a player under the bus or like, you know what I mean, or subliminals. It's all one love. It's just a loving community. He does it behind closed doors, but because of all of nothing, we see how he does it. Do you get what I mean? So I feel like we're gonna be back tomorrow.
It's almost as if like Arteta's the dad and these are all his children. Like, that's the way it should be. Like, you're the manager. Like, you need to guide them in the right direction. Love, everything.
But I think he learned that from Wenger, because I always felt with Wenger, he had a love for his players almost too much. I feel Wenger loved some of his players and trusted them too much, where in some cases they let him down.
Yeah.
Like a lot of games where we didn't get the results and players weren't up for it and they were soft and they were this, that, is because they knew that Wenger will always love them, innit? So I think Arteta probably knows there's a balance, that he shows love, but also shows the strong hand of the iron rule, like with how he got rid of Aubameyang and Lacazette, and he's letting them know, like, nah, if you don't mess up, I'll get rid of you, but while you're here, you will be loved. Do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly, but don't get complacent.
Don't get complacent, man, because we need to dominate, man.
Innit? Eros is saying we are playing as one, whereas before we were relying on individuals, which is so true.
Yeah.
And being together is a main thing.
And that's mad as well that he said that, because I feel like really out of all the teams out there, Arsenal are the only team that's playing team football. Like, I feel like a lot of the other teams, like you look at United are saying we're back and we're this, but they're heavily reliant on Rashford. Like, it's not like they're bopping teams off the park and they're playing mad football. It's just that they got the odd players that are getting them out the mud when they need to. Do you get what I mean? And Rashford is actually carrying them this season. You take Rashford out of the equation, you think they're most probably a few points. Like, you most probably get 8 points off of where they're at now. Do you get what I mean?
Literally.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, Arsenal are playing the best team football.
100%.
Jesus is returning in Easter. Didn't Jesus resurrect, rise from the ashes? Michael's coming with them biblicals, you know, because I swear Jesus returned in Easter in the Bible. So yeah, it's a sign, isn't it?
Let's see. Hopefully to deliver trophies and not eggs. We get in that trophy.
Let me get eggs or goals in the back of the net. We don't mind.
I love this duo here. LOL. Do you guys do this every Friday? I'll big up Eros. Yes, we do.
You know what? We try, fam. We try. You get me?
Yeah, there's only the odd Friday.
Yeah.
Where, you know, whatever situation may be happening, so we may not be able to, but we there.
We there, you know.
You know what I'm saying? Eros is asking, wait, Doug, you played for SE Dons.
Oh, yes, I did, B. And yes, I'm still part of it. I just don't kick ball as much as I used to, you know. The legs don't work like they used to before.
Come on, we got to get you trained up.
I know, this is what I'm saying. I keep saying to the boys, I want to have like one last one last season, fully fit, show everyone what I've got. But then I start training and it's like, nah, actually, yeah.
Come on, Doug, we're rooting for you.
Yeah.
You guys actually train as well, like together? Does
No, but they don't. That's the thing. We don't really train. So really, unless I play, because I don't play fives, I don't play football like I used to. So it's like, unless I'm playing, like if I was playing like five-a-side football, not necessarily for the Dons, but with the man them, and I was just constantly playing football, I think that would help. But I don't play ball anymore. So the times I do play is like we got a Dons game, X1 game, I'll turn up to the game, and that's probably the first time I've kicked a ball in months. Do you get what I mean? Like, it's like I'm not that good to be just being able to just pick up the ball. Like Ronaldinho and them, man, they most really might not play for 3 months. You throw a ball at them and they will instantly control it on their chest. Yeah. I'm not that guy. You throw a ball at me, it's coming straight back at you, innit, with the first touch. So, like, it's each time I play, it gets harder. And I think it's not that I've fallen out of love with it. I would love to be still playing, but it's just harder each time. And it becomes less enjoyable when you can't do the things in your mind that you think you can do or what you used to be able to do. So that is my thing with football at the moment. But you never know, there might be a little vets team that I could join or do something on the side, keep myself like going. Then when I do touch in Don's games, I'm more active and more lively to it. You get me?
Yeah, you step on the pitch, they'll be like, "Oh, Doug,
Doggy, yeah, family, you know me. I've been out here doing my thing.
Innit? You see it.
Yeah, but yeah. I just need to get back into it again, I suppose.
No, 100%, man. 100%. Graham is saying this channel is amazing. Oh, thank you, Graham.
Come on, Gray. Bless up, my G.
Yeah, make sure y'all all subscribed and everything.
That's it. Hit the subscribe and the like button. You get me?
Exactly. Arteta loves Arsenal. He never celebrated against us. I know, that's what.
Yeah, I see a video the other day, and I felt it was a mad video because it was Pep shouting at Wenger, and Arteta sitting beside him, and you can tell Arteta he didn't once look over, but you could tell he felt embarrassed for Wenger that Pep was shouting at him. Like it was a mad looking video, but it just shows that things like that give me hope that even when the big clubs do come, which I don't really think there's any bigger clubs like in the Prem. I couldn't see Arteta going Man City or wherever. Yeah. None of the others. So you either think it's either going to be Barcelona or maybe the only other destination. But I don't think he would want to leave to go there. Do you get what I mean? Even
when all the fans were like Arteta out, there was, rumors that Barcelona's interested in him and all of that. But listen, Arteta loves Arsenal. He ain't going nowhere. Loves it.
Unless he does everything there is to do and he needs a new challenge, which some managers do. Like no manager, look at Pep, look at Klopp, they've all moved. Mourinho, they've all moved. No one ever stays anywhere forever. But, as long as he's won everything and given us back the golden days, I'm happy for him to leave. Like,
let's not even think about it. It's breaking my heart already.
Yeah, if he can get us the Premier League, he's really got us at FA Cup. This is another thing people shouldn't forget is that in his first 6 months as a new manager, he won the FA Cup and Charity Shield. And I know some people don't want to rate the Charity Shield, but it's the only other cup you can win in it. Like, I mean, it's there to be won. You got 4 things you can win in the UK, and it's the FA Cup, Premier League, Carabao Cup, and
it's the remix.
It's the remix and the other thing. So we'll give him, that. He's got 2 still, so yeah.
We have to. And I think that was just a way to prove, like, look, I can win. Because after that, that's when we sort of went on the decline. But that's when the changes started happening. When it's like, implementing these new strategies and everything.
But he had to learn. I think maybe because he beat Man City, these teams to get to the final, win the FA Cup in his first 6 months and all them things, it might have gave him a bit of a cockiness. Yeah. Because I do feel the confidence from him. This is the mad thing. It's like with Arteta, why he's going to annoy a lot of other teams, other managers, is because you can feel the cockiness, you can feel the confidence, you can feel he understands the game well, truly. He's most probably one of them people that you sit down and have a conversation about something and he knows it all, like in terms of football, like he knows everything. Like he's just like, you can tell he's just on it. So, winning that, he must really already felt he was the best manager there is. Look at this, look at me, middle finger to everyone. Yeah, I'm the man. And then he needed this. Yeah, like, I don't know, like, because there's always, I think when he first came and he won those things, I always liked the way he spoke, but it's like he had this confidence about him that really you shouldn't really have had because you've never had a managerial job before. But it's because he knew how good he was.
And he knew what he was bringing.
Yeah, he knew what he was bringing. So he almost, it's like you can almost, it's a fine line between confidence and cocky, or do you know? But he walked it. I feel like he walked either side of the line, innit? At that time. Like, but now I feel like it's not. I don't get that energy from him. I know he knows he's still confident, but he's kind of dumbed it down and maybe brought it more in house where he's passionate. He's more showing passion now about it than maybe like he was like when he used to tinker with the team and try to outsmart other managers when he realized that that's not the way to do it. He doesn't do that anymore. Have you noticed? He don't really tinker the team about. He did it against Man City, but we already spoke about how we feel about that. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
He kind of keeps the same team. He's more about his way of playing football now. This is the way we're going to play, and I'm going to enforce this on other teams, and it's for them to adapt more than him getting into these back and forth with managers, tinking the tactics, doing all these changes. He just runs it now. Do you get me?
Yeah,
so I think he has learned.
Yeah, no, and it's all a process.
Yeah,
you know, making mistakes and learning from them is all part of it. Big up Eros. Love Ramsdale. He's mad for it.
Yeah.
I'm a passionate player. And the thing is as well, like you see the passion in the players. Like look at how Zinchenko celebrates after a win. Like, you see that passion. You see it in Ramsdale. Like you see like the smile and everything in their faces. Do you know what I mean?
And I think when everyone was cussing us about, look at them celebrating every game and them celebrating all this stuff, it's like now that we do it and we're now winning, it's like the teams that wasn't doing it or thought they were too cool to celebrate, it's like they're struggling to emulate that, like, you know, that unity and that cohesion and that joy for it, because it's like, look at Pep in his press conference was like, he's almost looking at how Arsenal are, the fans are behind the team, the passion, the players, and he's most really sitting there thinking, like, not jealous, but he's most really a bit envious. He's a manager. He's just as passionate. He wants that from his team. Any team would. If I was a fan and I used to look at Liverpool and how they like sing and like they had the music and they were singing "You Will Never Walk Alone" and they chant and they were like the 12th man, and we go there and we get hammered 5-1 or something like that, and I'd look at that and I'd be like, right, that's how I want us to be. Do you get me? Because we wasn't like that. Now you come to the Emirates, it's noisy, everyone's chanting, we score, guys are throwing their tops off and they're like, and they're just so passionate, and everyone's like, whoa, they're I want to be like. Do you get what I mean? And that's what I love about it. Like, we're just that team now, innit? And I think that we'll celebrate the wins if we beat Norwich or we beat Brentford, or we'll celebrate every goal. Like, I don't like when we score goals, they just run over to each other and high five and then jog back. Like, I want to see you run to the corner flag and try and do some cartwheel thing and do something. You get me? Or slide, or I want it, passion.
Even if you can't slide properly.
Yeah. Just don't injure yourself. You know what I'm saying? But I want to see it. And I think that's what I love about the team right now. Like, they're passionate. Like, every game we celebrate the goals. It's not like, you know, and it's not like we're just, and I think a lot of teams, this is why we're going to win the league. And I said it, it's because we are just showing that bit more. Next season, it'll be different. Next season, a lot of teams that maybe thought they were on our level, Man United, the Chelsea's, all this, going to look at that and be like, no, we're not having that from them again. You get me? So they're all going to raise their levels. So it'll be very competitive next season. But this season, it's ours, mate.
In it. Tell him again, Doug.
Let's see, you know what I mean? Say, I just had to go off on a tangent there. You get me? I get emotional about these things. You get me?
Like, I know, it's very touching.
You know, I feel it in my heart, you know, like that, yeah?
100%.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel it, Char. You get me? So these man there, they're just going to make me cry when they win the league this season. I swear to God.
I can't even lie, Doug. Like, even as we have these sorts of conversations, like, I actually start feeling that emotion.
Yeah. The emotion's there, man. The emotion is there because, like, it is, like, I think, like, for people that haven't been able to witness Arsenal win the league and these things, or like the younger player, like the younger fans, and knowing when the good times were there, it's like we've had so much long bad times, heartache and pain. I don't think people must understand, if you're not an Arsenal fan, and all the times, just look at all the times they used to take the mick. And how people used to use other things to like point fingers at us and laugh at us and do that and whatever, but they can't anymore. Like, we are so unified. Even like how you look at like AFTV, how they've jumped in and got involved with the club now, where it was so toxic maybe 5, 6 years ago, 10 years ago, or whenever they started. Like now, no one can't even laugh at that no more. No one used to like it's all one unit. Do you get what I'm saying? Like everything is just so special about how the club is, and I think what would top that all off is to have that success now. Do you get what I mean? Because we've been through it. We've been through it. Imagine how it must felt for Robbie to start something like that then was used against the club or used against him for like people's like benefit. Do you get me? To laugh at us and to go through all of that and all the results, like going to Man United getting knocked 8-2, and we go. Oh, I remember the time we got Kieran Gibbs sent off when they mistaked him for my man, and all of them. Remember when we played Liverpool, was it? And we got they sent us the wrong. Like we've gone through it, and then we got beat the game as well. On top of it, we got hammered. I think he got sent off in like the first half, at like the 35th minute or the 20th minute. And then we played the rest of the game with 10 men. Like we got hammered at Liverpool that day. Like we literally, because we was considered the big one part of the big six, to get those beatings that we got, that we shouldn't really have got, but we would get high. We've been through it, man. So that I'm just happy that like now we can actually be at a time where it's not a cockiness, it's not we're the best and we're this, but just to actually be able to enjoy it.
Exactly. And that's what people don't want to see us do, enjoy. Like, why we're celebrating certain goals because our team scored.
Come on. Like, because what do you mean? You know what? And I think everything's happened in the right way, like the all or nothing, the way that the teams come together. Arteta, it's just been that thing that's just brought everyone together. You get me? So now is our time, and it's not built on anything other than the fact we're playing fantastic football. The fans are behind the team. The board are behind the team. But I did say, I knew when the LA Rams won the Super Bowl, I said it to my boy that night. I was celebrating when they won because I said, I know this is going to change what happens at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Because everyone was Conquer out. No, Josh and all these men out. But no one ain't saying that now because their attentions have turned to Arsenal. They just needed to get that Super Bowl. They spent so much money on the stadium, the players, the trades, getting in that new quarterback, the new defensive lineman, and all of these things. They needed to win that Super Bowl for us to then progress. I'm glad they did. You get me?
Do you proper watch all of the Super Bowl and all of that?
Yeah. Like I don't follow it hard, but I do. I'm just like I pay attention enough to know what's going on, especially in the sport. Like, do you get me? Like I watch some of the games when it's on Sky. I take it all in. I don't know all the rules, but I know enough. But I enjoy it. I actually think it's sick. I actually think American football is sick. I do think it's that the game in itself is. I don't think people understand the level of how good those guys are and how athletic they are. Some of them are like 6'5" and can maybe run 100 meters in 10 seconds, or under 10.
Wow.
That they're animals in the sense that they are all like different freaks of nature. So that's why I enjoy watching it.
I think I might need to watch it, guys. If you need any,
well, you definitely do.
Super Bowl, we got Doug Star, the master here.
Yeah. But I also paid especially with the Rams, I was paying attention because obviously I know that it affects my club. So because I wanted to kind of have a better understanding, everyone's saying Conquer out and all of this, but you got to understand what other things they're doing across the sea that is affecting our club, innit? And I kind of realized that they were building this super team that they were trying to, and this super stadium that they wanted to build, that they could win the to win the Super Bowl and have this big franchise there. So and you got to think they're American. So until they sort out in their backyard, they're not really going to come over and pump everything into Arsenal. But they've done that now. Do you get me? Maybe if they lost that Super Bowl, they might not have invested in a club like they have, but they won it, thank God. And now they've got another investment which they want to make global, which is Arsenal. So you know what I'm saying? Why not? That's what you know what I'm saying. With them.
Exactly. Doing all your groundwork. Doug, what you know about them Don Strapsy mixtapes?
Come on. Of course I know about them Don Strapsy mixtapes. That's my dog, B.
Spit some bars.
I don't know no bars like that, B. Try to put me. I do know the bars, but I ain't rapping. Right. Yeah, 4 billion, and the stadium's mad. The stadium is crazy.
Really? Let me have a look at this.
Yeah, they played the Super Bowl at the Rams Stadium, and when you see it, it is mad.
Let's see what this is looking like.
That's what I said. Listen, if them man wanted to build another Emirates, let them do it, because the way that the Rams Stadium is looking, it's out of this world.
Jeez. LA Rams future. Wow, that is mental.
Yeah, you see it. It's
Oh my
nuts.
god, it almost looks unreal.
Yeah, looks like futuristic in there.
Wow. Yeah.
These mad screens that go around it. The
All the
whole
way
thing is
around.
crazy. It's crazy. It's
That's
crazy.
mad. Let me show y'all. Can you see?
Yeah, it's immense.
Crazy. Oh, got a notification come up.
And then Charles like, oh,
Yeah, let me hide that.
yeah.
Don't worry, it's only TikTok. Oh, crazy.
What you say? You want to jump to predictions?
Let's jump into predictions. Insane Stadium. Yeah, Google it. Have a look at it, guys. It's mental, man. You know, like when you watch like Back to the Future and then like they have like these things and it's like we are now in the future. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. All holograms. Yeah,
all right.
robots delivering my breakfast in the morning and all them mad things.
Oh, nice. Well, you can get the robot Hoover. Have you seen it? Where you just put it down and it just hoovers your floor for you.
Yeah, but what if you wake up one morning and the Hoover's just sitting outside your bed?
I'm scared.
Remember, it's not even talking to you. It's just like,
oh no, who put you on?
like, just hoovering up nothing, just looking at you. Nah, that's different time.
That's crazy. And Ocado, like they have robots that pick the stuff. Apparently,
yeah. I just think we're like everything that you watch in sci-fi films, yeah, and everything always comes to like it's always coming in it. Like you see, so I wouldn't be surprised if like we are living in the best times that we can because like 30, 100 years in the future, it will be our future people, family, whatever. They're just gonna be fighting robots out here like Terminator.
It's
like literally, because you imagine, let's say you have all these robots doing all this stuff, yeah. Then they're always making AI intelligent. So you got all this AI. Soon enough, isn't the AI going to figure out how to control all the rest of the robots and other AI out there? There's going to be one boss AI that's just sitting in somebody's like computer stand that just will control everything. You know, like the boss AI system, and then 100 years, it's just like we are our own worst enemies because we cannot stop evolving and we can't stop building stuff. And it's like soon enough you build things that are intelligent enough to think for themselves, and when they think for themselves, like they will come to their own conclusion on everything, innit? And
that's mad.
Do you get what I mean?
That's actually mad to think about.
Yeah, like that's how I look at it. I just think that if you keep making things clever enough to the point it can think for itself, like look at ChatGPT where you can put in something, ask it something, and it gives. So that means that program, that thing can think with what it's been given. It knows how to do certain things, and if we've got this now, what will we have 10 years from now?
Wait, well, I don't even know this GPT thing that you're
so I don't know much about it, but I know that you can ask it, like you can ask it to design a website or do tasks for you, and it will go away and do it. And
really?
Come back and, yeah. So you,
this is mad.
There's this whole thing. Everyone's like AI, like, but there's all these websites that you can do that do things for you, like it and like draw, make logos, make designs for you. You just have to give it the right information, what you want, and it will do it. So these are the things that we have now where it's taken over. Like some of them can literally make money for you. Like you can take one thing from one like website, put it into this other AI website, and it would change this for you and do that. And you could use it. Like you can have videos and get one to listen to the video, write out the subtitles for you, then post it. And like it's just mad. Like there's so many different things you can do. So I'm thinking, right, if this is what we can do now, imagine like 10 years from now, what technology we will have. Like we must really be on 6G, 7G by then, like where the data like base can fly at 1 million, like all these like things can happen. Do you get me?
That is absolutely crazy, Doug.
Yeah.
Even, you know, like when I was speaking to someone the other day, was it my sister? I can't remember. And I said, oh yeah, like I mentioned a tape. She didn't even know what a tape is.
What, cassette tape?
Yeah. And it just goes to show, it's like, wow, how times have changed.
Hey, times have changed.
I remember recording like music onto a tape.
I don't know who
Anyone else know what a cassette is?
It was an influencer that said that he said it was like, I see it on Twitter, he was like, it's mad. He was like, it's mad. My son, he goes, my little son is like, his first ever console is a PS5. He goes, do you know how mad that is? Like, and it is crazy because growing up, we've gone through them all. Like, we've seen them all come and go. Yeah. Like, Mega Drive to SNES to Super Nintendo to Atari, Game Boy, the original Game Boy. We've seen it all throughout our time and how it's evolved, yeah. But then you think some of these kids, their first console will be an Xbox, the latest thing. They will never know nothing worse. Like, if you used to show them the graphics that we was working with, they will laugh their head off. Like, they would think this is like some 1940s like console. They would never in a million years think that was only like 20 years ago. Do you get what I mean? So it's crazy the way that we've advanced and moved forward, isn't it? Do you get me?
What's Atari?
Oh, you don't see, that's before your time. Like Atari was like a gear stick, like not a gear stick, but it was like a controller with a stick on it with one red button. And then you can play like blocks, yeah, but the thing will, like the thing will go doop, doop, and then you got the ball that will go across the screen, yeah, like this, yeah. And then you have to then move the thing up to hit it like boop, and it'll go back across the screen again, and you go boop. Like it was dead games, like Space Invaders, and you have to shoot all the aliens and stuff like that. Like
this is crazy. I didn't even know about this.
Yeah, dead games, man. Dead.
That's mad.
But at the time, that was what top gaming. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, man was like, right, man, you got an Atari, I'm coming around your yard, fam.
Blimp, is this another one?
Yeah, but I'm just showing my age now, innit? That just shows how old I am.
Yeah. I think I'm showing mine as well, because, being 21, I ain't going to remember these.
Yeah, E-Russ. I know E-Russ is man's generation from when he knows the Atari thing.
Yeah, I'm not telling you my age.
Yeah. I know. Don't worry. Your secret's safe with me, G. Don't worry. I know.
I want to know now. Is it your age, Doug?
Yeah, well, I'm 29, so I don't really know.
So, yeah, something along them lines.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. So, as it stands, Doug still has his forfeit outstanding to get his long hair, which he's doing next week. So, this is his before. Do you want to take the hat fully off so we can see your before?
My before?
Yeah, there you go. Let me do a screenshot on that. And another one. Smile. There you go. Got ya. Right. So Doug's got that forfeit. I'm yet to receive a forfeit because I lost last week. So you guys are going to give me a forfeit by the end of the show.
Mm-hmm.
And let's find out who won last week. So I have all the predictions here. Let me get up the results. All right, Chelsea. All right. The maddest thing, we was watching that Chelsea game. And I kind of had a feeling, I was thinking I should keep that 0-0. And then I thought, no, let me not sit on the fence like that.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we'll get into it. So, first game, Chelsea v Fulham. We all know that one resulted in a 0-0 draw. Doug, you predicted
1-0 Chelsea.
Yes. No, you said 1-0 Fulham.
Did I? Because you know why? It was because we was doing the show. It was already half time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I went. And yeah. So yeah, it was already. And what did you do?
I went 1-1.
So you get the point for the draw.
But listen, if I had gone 0-0, I would have got the 3 points plus 2 clean sheets. I would have been on 5 points. I should have went for it, man. I'm putting a 0-0 in this week.
Yeah. 0-0's got to come in this week. I might have to throw one in there just for that.
Oh shit! Why am I giving away my tips?
Yeah. You gave it away still.
I'll still beat you.
Oh, you don't know how to play this game, B.
All right, the next one is Everton versus Arsenal, which Everton won 1-0. Mm-hmm. Doug, you predicted a 2-0 Arsenal win, and I predicted a 3-0 Arsenal win. So we both get 0 points for that.
Yeah, I did not expect Everton winning that.
Oh no, I don't think anyone did. Right, the next one was Brighton versus Bournemouth, which resulted in a 1-0 Brighton win. You predicted 3-1 to Brighton, so you get 1 point. And I predicted 2-1 to Brighton, so I get 1 point. Man United versus Crystal Palace.
What?
No, I just seen the result. Can I just say, everyone was going a bit mental as well because Lokonga wasn't like on the bench. He didn't start or anything. So everyone's like, oh, like, you know, getting on to Lokonga.
Yeah.
But I personally just feel like, calm down. You don't know what was happening.
Give the man a chance.
Innit? All right. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Full-time result was 2-1 to Man U. One of us predicted 2-1.
I know you did.
The other one predicted 2-2.
That was me.
You predicted 2-1, Doug. You got 3 points.
Yeah, baby.
I can't get 2 points in one day.
Cupboard. Yes.
Oh, mate. All right. Next one was Brentford versus Southampton, which resulted in a 3-0 Brentford win. Doug, you predicted a 2-1 Brentford win. So you get 1 point. Oh my God.
You went 3-0.
I went 3-0. I get 4 points.
What did they win 3? What was it? Wait, hold on. You see, listen, all the shouting, all this shouting, I don't know what the result is. What was the score?
3-0. I predicted 3-0. So I get the 3 points plus a clean sheet. Take your time. You want to see my dance moves?
Yeah,
Take your time in it.
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. Spot on, baby. Spot on. Right. Next one.
That's I'm happy for you.
I'm not competitive at all, am I?
Yeah.
All right. Next one was Wolves versus Liverpool. Oh, jeez. So you predicted a 3-1 Liverpool win.
Wolves beat them, didn't they?
Yeah, a 1-1 draw, and Wolves won 3-0.
Yeah.
So we both get 0 points on that.
Wait, did I predict 3-0?
You predicted 3-1.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, do I get a point for a clean sheet? But I don't.
No, you didn't even predict a clean sheet. Oh, love it, love it, love it. Next one was Villa versus Leicester, which resulted in a 4-2 Leicester win.
Yeah.
You predicted 2-0 Villa. Oh, we both predicted 2-0 Villa.
Yeah, you was copying me that time. I know that. I remember that one.
Really?
Yeah, you was like, you didn't want me to get away with it.
I don't ever recall copying you.
I'm pretty sure.
Right, next one is, sorry, I'm going to stop doing these reactions. I just can't help myself. Newcastle versus West Ham. Full time was 1-1. You predicted 2-2, so you get 1 point, but I predicted 1-1. Oh my God. If I beat you badly, yeah, I think I should give you 2 points. Like, Doug, if I turn you over, yeah, I think I should give you 2 forfeits.
Oh my God.
So I'm just getting too excited here. What? Am I really predicting like this?
What's the score? Yeah, no, you're truly ahead.
I know. Nottingham versus Leeds.
This is part of the show I hate. This has just killed my whole vibe for the weekend.
All right. So you predicted 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. I predicted 2-1 to Nottingham Forest. All right. The result was 1-0 to Nottingham Forest.
Yes. And the clean sheet, 4 points.
Oh my God. Wow. You still hate this game?
Guess who's back in the game, baby? Give him a
my God.
Hey, this is why I love this part of the show, you know. This is why I love this part of the show, B. I love this part of the show, B.
I've lost count.
Hey, come on. Where are we at? I'm back in. See, this is what I do, fam. I predict shit. You get me?
Literally. Mm-hmm. Right. Next one, Tottenham versus Man City. We know Tottenham won 1-0 on this one. We both predicted draws.
Did we?
You predicted 3-3. I predicted 1-1.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. I thought it was going to be goals.
Yeah, I can't lie here. I got a feeling that we might have drawn this week. I haven't done any calculations yet, but I think we might have drawn. Let's see. All right. So you have...
Was that the last picture?
Yeah, that's the last one.
Oh.
Right, I'm nervous. Oh my God. I even predicted the score. We've actually drawn.
Have we? You don't get a point for that.
Huh?
Oh, then that means we both live to see another day.
And
I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
If we draw, we move on. We move on.
You know, no, that was mad. When I got them, was it 4 or 5 points?
Yeah, no, when you got them 4 points, you thought you was gone.
Yeah, I thought
I'm proud about if I beat you badly this week.
I know, if I turn you over,
yeah. Talking bare crap, bare fighting talk, man. God said no, humble child.
I know what Ashake was backing me though. Charlene has won 100%.
Ah, Shake, man. Shake, you meant to back the boys, man.
Mate, all right, let's get a vote, yeah? Are me and Doug cleared this week, or do we both get the same forfeit? Let us know in the comments.
I don't think you should be forfeiting for drawing because you technically should have won, but you kind of like was on the same. Like, I don't know why you just keep trying to want to get us forfeits, B.
I don't know. What's wrong with me?
I know. Like, I feel we should just shake hands and say, yeah, we done well this week. Leave. No one was better than the other. We move on.
We level. All right, let's see what they come with in the comments.
All right, let's get these other predictions popping.
All right. In the meantime, as well, do you have a forfeit for me as well, Doug, for my L last week?
Let me think. I think I got one.
Do you need some inspiration?
No, I might run with the burpees thing. What was the inspiration thing you got?
No, not from me. Let me give myself. You're very kind.
Yeah. Equal rights and all that. Thank you, Graham. Equal rights.
And all that.
I'm thinking.
Ashake, no. Both of you should do the forfeit, which is to go to the restaurant, buy spaghetti, eat together, and kiss at the end. Ashake,
behave yourself.
This is inappropriate behavior from you.
Yeah,
we will not be doing that. I know. Provide us some entertainment and do the forfeit, both of you. All right. Maybe we could do a song. I sing, you rap.
No. I agree with what Graham said.
Equal rights and all that.
That's what I'm saying. I agree with Graham. I don't feel like for the work I put in to come back, I should deserve a forfeit.
Mate, we both put in work.
That's what I'm saying. If it's equal, it's equal. We'll take that.
I tell you what, if we have an appropriate forfeit come up, then we if not, then we just go on.
Yeah. All right, cool. In the meantime, I'm gonna think of the one that you have to do.
Baraka.
I don't know what that is. That's before our time, Graham.
Have you got that?
I'm gonna Google it though. I want to find out. I want to know what that is.
Oh, no, you're not giving me too much joke. But I swear down, put in work. Oh, you lot are actually too funny. All right, we'll get into some predictions in the meantime. All right.
Oh, Burt Barack is a composer, American composer.
What's that?
He's like I don't know. He composed. I'm trying to.
I like the way you said it, Doug. Like you knew.
Yeah, like he composed music. He's an American composer, so he composed music, but I don't know what songs. Legendary composer of pop songs died at the age of 94. I wonder what pop songs did he compose? Let's have a look.
Dionne Warwick sang his songs. Do you know who that is, Doug?
Dionne Warwick.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That means no.
Oh yeah, Dionne Warwick. Yeah.
You just Googled him.
No, it's her. It's a woman.
Oh, her. Sorry, excuse me. While on High.
He also produced songs for Patti LaBelle. No, my man was active still.
Patti LaBelle.
Did you say LaBelle? Yeah, I know who LaBelle is as well. Still.
And did I get the name wrong?
Yeah.
What is it?
Patti LaBelle.
Oh.
I gonna say LaBelle, you know.
Patti LaBelle. Walk on by.
Oh, walk on by, yeah.
When you walk by every night. That's
No, that's not the one. That is not the one.
Tom
And
Jones.
Graham said, "Tom Jones, what's up, pussycat?" You know.
You know this song?
What's good, pussycat? Whoa, whoa. Yeah, am I right, Tom? Am I? No, Graham.
Let us know. Oh, come on, you guys. Don't know Dionne Warwick?
I probably do, man, but it's just like slipped my memory, you know.
We going Motown classics.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Motown?
Yeah, I remember Motown, yeah.
What about A Whole New World by Ella? Oh,
Now
everyone's showing their age.
Ashoke. You know what? I come to realize Ashoke comes with the maddest stuff, bruv. No one ain't singing no Aladdin. I didn't put all this work on the roads to then for it to all be undone by one song from Aladdin, okay? I'm outside.
Wait, do you
know what I mean? I ain't gonna have me out here singing no Whole New World by Aladdin. I'll tell you that for free. You know what I'm saying?
How about Ashoke comes live with us and sings A Whole New World?
How about Ashoke stand in for me and both of you two can sing A Whole New World?
Ashoke, what you say? You want to come live with us and sing? We don't know that song.
I'm then trying to draw me into some madness, you know.
It's jokes. Don't make me over. Dusty Springfield.
No, you know what's bad? None of us knew what song that. I don't know. Dusty Springfield even. No, I don't. Dusty Springfield, that's rock and roll. Or that's no country music. I know that.
I love rock and roll. I second that, Ashoke.
Yeah, he wants to sing. A house is not a home.
Go and sing it, Doug.
I don't know it.
That's perfect. Right. All right. Let's see if Ashoke wants to come live at the end because he hasn't. This is jokes. No, you lot are too funny. All right. In the meantime, we'll do some predictions.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, first fixture is West Ham versus Chelsea. What we saying? I'm saying 2-1 West Ham.
I feel like West Ham beat them. You know, I just feel like Chelsea are rubbish at the minute.
But Chelsea might even surprise us.
This is the thing.
Oh, should I go the
West Ham haven't been great. I think another draw. I'm gonna go 2-2.
Did you hear me predict that for you?
No, I didn't. No, I wasn't even. No, I was just in my own. I've gone 2-2. Yeah.
We said it. E. Ross is also going for a 1-1 draw. E. Ross saying it looks like it's going to be Aaliyah again. Oh, is that what you guys are waiting for?
Wait, I'm gonna write down my predictions actually.
What, you don't trust me, Doug?
No, I do, but I might actually do a correct score, Aka.
Go on.
I feel like I might actually just slap on a correct score, Aka, this year. I don't know. I'm feeling in the gambling mood.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah. So
try matched betting. It's absolutely amazing.
West Ham. So I've gone 2-2. Let's go. All right, on to the next one.
Fulham versus Nottingham Forest. Fulham's on smoke. Remember, they're sitting above Chelsea, above Liverpool. Anyway, let me not inspire you.
2-1 Fulham.
I'm going 3-2 Fulham. Oh, wait. Leno conceded 2 goals?
3. First prediction. Sorry. No. All
right, cool. I'll go 3-2.
You remember, you made that rule last week. Not me. Okay, like you want to deliberate to yourself about it.
No, fair is fair. Wait, Ashoke's back here. Oh, he's predicting a West Ham win.
Rah, man, spent all that bread and don't trust his team.
Terrible. As well, Ashoke, are you coming live with us? We want to hear you sing A Whole New World. Oh, Leicester City v Tottenham. I'm going 2-1 Leicester City. Rennie B, what are you saying? Wagwan.
Yeah, you know what? I am going. I got a 3-1 Tottenham.
Are you?
Yeah. You know why? I just think Tottenham need to win this game. I think, and Leicester's not that convincing, man.
They're not, but I just want them to win, so I'm predicting.
Yeah, but I feel like I don't want Tottenham to win, but them winning has no effect on our position in the league. So
All right, where's Tottenham?
Charles thinking, you know what?
I'm thinking long term.
No, Charles thinking that Dougie might actually win next week. I know.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking long term, like Premier League. You don't know what could happen, so that's why I'm saying I don't want them to win. Premier League table. So Tottenham's in 5th. They've played 22 games and they're on 39 points. I just don't want them creeping up on us.
No, they can't.
Okay, cool. All right, Shoke is going to be added to the stream. We'll just finish these predictions, then we'll end the show with a beautiful song.
Uh-huh.
All right, next fixture is Arsenal versus Brentford. I've got my score prediction in my head. Should I say it out?
You want me to say mine first, yeah?
I don't mind. I'll go first. 3-0 Arsenal.
Ooh, say clean sheet.
Walk in the park, baby.
I'm going to go 3-1.
You going 3-1, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Why have I got a feeling you're going to win that score prediction?
Yeah, my 3-1's always on point.
I know, because that's what happened last time. You got it spot on with 3-1. Crystal Palace v Brighton. First thing that comes to my head is 2-2.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking of 1-1. Brighton are flying. Palace ain't that good, are they, though, man? This is the thing at the minute. But I think Brighton might need slowing down a bit, and Palace are the ones to do it. So I'm going 1-1.
Cool. Next one is Southampton versus Wolves. I'm going 1-0 Wolves.
Yeah.
What? What's up?
I'm at 1-0 Wolves. Oh wait. Who was the game before Palace, isn't it?
Yeah, Crystal Palace versus Brighton. I bet I'm sitting there writing all my predictions so that you could go and place a bet.
Yeah. No, and what was it? No, because I just didn't put the team. I just put the score, but didn't put the team. So I was like, who was the team before that? It was
so before Crystal Palace, yeah, it was Arsenal v Brentford. I predicted 3-0, Doug.
Yeah, I got 3-1. Wolves, I'm gonna go Wolves versus Southampton. This is a bottom of the table clash game, isn't it?
Yeah.
I reckon it's gonna be a close game. I reckon this possibly could be a 0-0.
Do you know, that's the first thing that came to my head, because I was thinking, do you know what? This could be my 0-0 prediction. Then I looked underneath and saw Bournemouth v Newcastle, and then I thought that one looks more like a 0-0.
Oh, nah. Okay, go on then.
But
I'm going Wolves. I'm going Wolves 0-0.
All right, cool. Southampton sitting in 20th place with 15 points, 21 games played. And Wolves are 15th place on 20 points. So it's not even a big margin. Like,
nah, none of them are setting the world alight.
Yeah, and they've also played 21 games.
And Newcastle's the next one, yeah?
Yeah, so the next... Oh, sorry, what are you going? 0-0?
I got a 0-0 for the Wolves game, yeah.
Sorry, I could just hear my son chomping away. He's eating some jerk chicken and jerk.
Loving life, boy. That's what I need.
His mouth's on fire. I think you might need some water.
That's what I need, some food in my belly.
Yeah, it's making me hungry.
That's what I'm going to go and do and eat right now, B.
Yeah, I'm just mentally blocking out how amazing that smells.
Mm-hmm.
All right, next one is Bournemouth versus Newcastle. I'm going to go for a 0-0 on this one. What are you doing?
I'm doing 3-0 Newcastle.
What?
Bournemouth can't beat this Newcastle team, and Newcastle definitely got a goal in them. They got Isak back, they got Callum Wilson, they got all the ballers back. They now got my man from Everton, which should be his first or second game, Aaron Gordon. Yeah, they're gonna beat them up.
All right, let's see. Is
that your jollof rice and peas, you know?
No, he's backing it with hardo bread.
I need in. Let's go.
Doug wants some. Oh, and coleslaw.
Yeah.
Oh. The bottom is super close. Boy, he's soldiering that boy because I cannot handle spice. All right. Next one is Leeds versus Man U.
Oh,
We didn't even touch on like Leeds getting a new manager or
I
anything
know,
like
we
that.
didn't really speak on it. We could,
I
but we
know.
see. I tell you what, we see how they get on this weekend, and then
And
we'll
then
come
we'll
back.
discuss it.
We'll
But I was
discuss.
thinking Bielsa, go back to Leeds.
Yeah, they could do. They need someone.
Yep.
Good boy.
I'm going 3-1 to Man U.
3-1 Man U. Man U at home.
No, Leeds are.
You know what? And the match they just drew 2-2 in it.
Yeah.
I reckon Leeds beat them. You know.
Really?
I am going 2-1 Leeds.
Okay. Well, we want Leeds to beat them.
Yeah, we do. That's I'm gonna be the one that predicts in faith out of the two of us today.
Oh, wait.
But I do think Man United probably win, but they haven't got Casemiro still out with the red card. Leeds just about lost. They're gonna be disappointed, but they played well. But then I don't know. Manchester United's got Sancho back, Rashford. I don't know. Yeah, I might have gone wrong with that one, but we'll see.
First prediction.
Yeah.
Sorry, what have I put here? I put Man City versus Villa. Oh, I've put 2 in 1. Sorry, and then I've put because I can see Everton as well, but it's Liverpool v Everton. Sorry, I didn't put that on the line underneath. Are you okay? All right, next one is Man City versus Villa.
Oh, hey, you know what? Yeah, I just think. Good evening, Mr. Good Evening. I think he might do us a favor. You know, for some reason, I don't feel that Emery has bad blood against Arsenal. I just feel like it just wasn't the right moment for him, and I think Arteta doing well proves us right, getting rid of him.
Yep.
Charlie rethinking her Man United prediction. I saw it too. Yeah, I know. Eros, I saw it too. Still.
Yeah. Oh,
so I think
I'm not allowed to change it.
I know. I think Villa. If Villa get the result against City and then we beat City the following game, I think. Good evening, 1-0. I feel like Villa's got what it takes to take points off City. Emery is going to want a result in that game. And I think the players are going to play for him. I think it could possibly be a draw or Villa win.
Don't forget, City just lost to Tottenham as well.
Yeah, but the thing with City, and this is the only thing why I don't mind going against them, is because they've not been good. Like they're in the position because they're the best of the rest, but they've not. Like at no point do you think they're gonna turn it on, purr it. Like everyone's saying that, oh yeah, City is just gonna win the league. But I feel like that's put more pressure on them than it has done them any good because they're just expected to win. But they've got so much going on behind the scenes in that club at the moment that I just don't think they can just turn it on like a tap anymore. Do you get me? So
yeah,
I think teams are gonna go there looking at like the results that they've been getting. I think they can get something out of it. And I think City's the team. If you go after them, you can get something. If you're scared of them and you camp in, like it's a hard game. So I think Villa are gonna go. Is it Villa at home or Villa away?
Villa away. Right, at the Etihad.
Actually,
I've got my prediction in my head, but I just want to hear what you say. But I know.
I'm gonna go.
I'm gonna type it so you don't think I'm cheating. So the moment you say it, I'm gonna hit it.
I'm gonna go 2-2 Villa.
Oh my god! What's it not same thing? I put the same thing. No, Doug, that is mad.
Yeah.
That's mad.
Yeah, I'm going 2-2.
No, that's mad.
Because I think Villa's got, I think what will happen, similar to the Man United game, I think Villa will go ahead, they maybe go 1-0 up, City will peg them back, Villa go again, and then, oh yeah, you put it in the group, yeah. And then I think
I know you can be like, Char, you copying me.
No. And then I think then it just I reckon it's either 2-2 or 3-2 Man City, if you get what I mean. Like it'll be 2-2 late in the game. Man City might nick it, like they have done in certain games. What? How did I cheat a Shoke? A Shoke's just coming here, just bringing in bare drama. You know, use my dog, you know, fam.
It's the comment you put underneath his post.
Yeah. Now he's on to me. But yeah, I feel like City could either nick it or it could be Villa do us a favour. So yeah.
All right, cool. So we're both going 2-2. All right, the last one is Liverpool versus Everton.
1-0 Everton.
What?
Oh wait, no.
First prediction. But what was you gonna say anyway?
I was gonna, you know what? That just slipped out of my mouth. You know when you think out loud.
Yeah.
But with more thought, I think Everton might score 2. Yeah, I think Everton could win that 2-0.
I'm gonna go 2-1 to Everton.
I've got to stay with my prediction, so I'll go 1-0. But put 2-0 with a star because I feel like my 1-0.
2-0 Everton.
Yeah, I feel like my 1-0 is what came out my mouth. We have to play by the rules, but the 2-0 with a star, if it does end 2-0, I think I should get 2 points.
No, Doug.
What?
That ain't a rule. That's 2 predictions.
Yeah.
Doug's trying it. Oh.
I like Graham knows.
Take your nails.
Graham knows. You get what I mean?
Is it at Everton?
But I feel like that's a tough game for Everton, the way that what's been going on for them to then go to their rivals. But maybe after the Arsenal win, that's just what they need. Maybe go there, smash Liverpool, beat Liverpool in a tight game, and then crack on. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. I forgot the name of the Liverpool stadium.
Anfield.
Anfield, that's it.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah.
God, I'm a bit slow today, ain't I? Mm-hmm. All right, that's our predictions.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'm just going to quickly give Ashoke the link to join us because he wants to be a part of this show, you know? We want to hear him sing A Whole New World.
Yes.
Yes, we do. Ready?
We do indeed want to hear him sing.
Yes.
And I'm glad that you guys are actually going to do this forfeit together. It makes me so proud to be able to.
Wait, I said Ashoke singing.
Oh, is Ashoke doing it for the both of us?
Yeah.
Oh, lovely.
Ashoke, link sent, bro. Oh, who is ready for this? Superstar. Did you receive it, Ashoke? Let us know. You still here? Graham saying, bring Ashoke. Let's get some fire emojis up in the chat.
Yeah, these Chelsea man there. Come on.
Wait, oh, is E-Man still here? Doug is so excited.
Hey.
I can't see you. I'll send you the link on Instagram. Come join the team.
I'm joining now.
Look, I'm here with the beat. True E-Man ain't here. How's my beat sounding, Doug?
Huh?
How's my beat sounding?
Can you hear it?
Can you hear? A whole new world.
Why did you started to sing? The beat just went off.
I'm a singer. Fire it up.
Oh, bro. You can be joking. You know, it's mad because I know, you know what makes me laugh is that I know you think you're on vaults when you're singing, fam. I know you think you're wavy with it as well, yeah. That's what makes me laugh. You're like, you know, like you did, yeah. Like even when we're just about ready to go live, you're like, oh, yeah. It's like that low undertone, you know, like it's the safe tone. Like if you used to sing any louder, it might just all start crackling. Do you get me? So it's the tone that makes you sound good. Do you get?
Yeah, because whenever I do that, people are like, "Oh, you can sing." I'm like, "No, you cannot hear me."
Yeah. No,
I'm head nodding now. Look, I mean, I got the crowd going.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying. You got everybody feeling it can be done. You get me?
Literally can't do two things at once. See,
Yeah.
look, they got my back.
Yeah. They're riding. E-Russ is riding for you right now, still.
Literally.
Yeah. No, but it's true. No, it's true. Like sometimes it's hard to sing and clap at the same time. You get me?
When you're not like talented musically.
Yeah, I can't sing. I used to sing when I was in like the church choir back in the day as a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The hesitation.
Well, when your mum takes you to church, you got to sing in it, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Even when you don't know the words, you just
yeah, you got to just run that.
Just move the mouth. All right, okay.
Yeah.
Look, everyone's ready. Fire emojis.
Come on, Shockey. Hey, Shockey, if you don't join soon, fam, we got to go because Belly is, man's trying to eat out here, you know what I'm saying? Or you're going to have to either record it and then post it to us so we can then post it on our stories.
He heard us. He heard you speak. Welcome, our superstar. Big up the Shockey.
He's in our shots.
You good?
Yes. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. We was just wondering where you are. Look, otherwise Doug's gonna start singing "Let It Go, Let It Go."
What do you mean? I'm not singing that.
Right.
Do we need to give you a beat, or do you know the words?
A few words.
You know the words? Look, everyone's rooting for you. Are you still with us? Yeah. Cool.
Okay, yeah. Hit it, Ashoke. Let's hear it.
Come on, get your fire emojis up in the chat.
World, a new fantastic point of view. No one tell us to know where to go or say what we're only dreaming. Oh, new world. A does, but when I'm crystal clear, now I'm new world with you.
And the connection is killing me. And the connection is killing me still.
I know.
I love this.
Hey, my guy, you know. My guy. Man, try to take it up an octave as well. I respect that.
I love it. Oh, Ashoke. I love it.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for that rendition of A Whole New World, Ashoke.
Oh, mate, I absolutely love it. Janican, you got more for us? I think the connection's a bit slow.
Yeah.
Are you still with us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Proud of you, Ashoke. Get your love hearts up in the chat, guys.
Thank you, Graham.
Come on, Ashoke. That was sick still.
Char,
I think on that note, we should wrap up. You get me?
All right, big up Ashoke. Thank you so much for joining us and coming to sing along. Oh, we need to do this more often.
Yeah.
Get y'all involved. Well, good luck with your fixture this weekend, Ashoke.
Thank you. Good luck. Because
with your £1 million team, I'm not jealous, but I will say, you know.
What did Ashoke say?
I'm feeling a bit nervous tomorrow, but you guys will be all right. So
walk in the park.
We hope. Like, I still get Arsenal jitters. I can't lie. I don't walk into no game, bro. I just think it's like light work. But yeah, I hope so. Let's go.
Yeah, literally. All right, big up Ashoke, big up everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. We've had such a great show, haven't we, guys?
Yeah.
Come on.
All right.
Come on, everyone.
Yes, we'll be back again next week, Friday, with some more shows, some more fun. So make sure you all tune in. We are signing out. Doug Star, Ashoke, Charlene, big up. Peace out.
Leotaz.